Hey guys, I'm Mike, and these are my buddies Jacob and Matt,
I'm
and
dead.
we're about everything. A show
I'm also
featuring
dead.
only dead best friends. When each of us hosts an episode, whether we're dead or alive, we get to choose the topic of choice. But before I start, I just want to start off this podcast by asking how you guys been. It's been about a month since we, released an episode.
You want to go ahead, Matt? Or
We do this every fucking episode now. Just silence.
Yeah,
all right,
just
I'll go.
silence.
All right, I'll go on ahead. Well, I graduated, so yeah.
Bravo.
He's an adult.
Welcome to the shit adult
Years of-
world.
Yep, I know. Welcome after years of hell
To
and
more
torment.
years of hell.
I got out there.
Yes, to even
Yeah.
more years
All
of
those
more
years.
hell.
Yep, more years in hell. But at least I got through those years in hell.
Tip number one. Don't do retail. Very bad for you.
Okay.
Tip number two. Don't work with
Do
Mike.
drugs?
Very
Okay, I'll
bad
do
for
it.
you. Tip number three.
Number
Yes,
three.
don't do drugs.
Drink. Just a little drugs.
No, bad.
At least one.
Mike, get
You can do one drug.
Kiddos, you can only do one drug. You do any more than that, and you're in big trouble. We do not promote drugs on this
Just do
podcast. Please
the
don't
le-
sue us.
do the legal drugs.
do
There's
the
a-
legal drugs.
such thing
The
as
on
Walter.
counter. Take a whole bunch of ibuprofen.
No, that will
What
kill you, Mike. Shut up.
Oh, okay. Well, take a whole bunch of oh fuck, what's that called? Okay, fuck me.
Just take a whole
So,
bottle of Flintstone gummies. You'll be fine.
Just chug NyQuil.
If you
That's bad for you too.
NyQuil chicken.
No.
NyQuil and
NyQuil,
What the fuck is
NyQuil
wrong?
chicken.
What's wrong with you two?
Well, I'm fine. I don't know about Mike, but
Mike's
I'm
fucking
good.
dying.
I'm good. I'm cool.
What's that pink stuff called? I
Well, he's
forgot.
always
Pepto
big
Bismol.
sauce.
Yes, NyQuil and Pepto Bismol. Just chug it all at once. Yes,
People-
That's a good marinade for your chicken.
absolutely. Marinate your chicken with NyQuil and Pepto Bismol. You need to use the daytime though. That's what
Why?
you do.
Why, Mike? Why?
Dude, that reminds me of the scene from the Three Stooges movie. I thought you said lobster is bad for you. Something. I dipped it in Pepto Bismol. Oh, you like dipping, eh?
Oh my god! You know Pepto Bismol is really good though. I like Pepto Bismol. I do think it tastes
There's
really
Pepto-
good.
Bismol mustard.
That's why Mike's always taking shits every time we go to record.
No, I just have an active digestive system. I only take that stuff when it's when I have like really bad heartburn
It's,
or something.
it's
But that's about it.
you realize that Pepto Bismol is for like diarrhea
And it's
and
for-
shit, right?
It is also for heartburn as well.
I don't think so.
Yes, it is. Go get a bottle and read it. I have one right in the bathroom. It
It
says for heartburn.
requires
too.
me to read.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Which I've only taken like one slug out of the whole bottle, so that's about it. So I don't drink it all the time. or
Hey,
nothing.
pink sauce.
Yeah, I only go to the bathroom when I first get up in the morning and then at night. That's really the only time of the
Oh,
day I go to the
I
bathroom.
go to the
real bad.
bathroom more than you.
And for some fucking reason, every time I get on call, I have to go to the bathroom. I don't know what it is.
Every time.
There's something magical about getting on call and where my bells are like, let's go to the bathroom. I don't know what it is, man. I don't get it. But Matt, how are you doing?
I'm alive.
How are you?
I'm here.
You're alive. And what have you been doing
I
with
thought you were
your
dead.
life as alive and living and stuff? How you doing with that?
Life?
we've
I
been doing-
have one?
I think so. I hope you do.
Nope. It's video games, anime, and hentai. That's it.
I need that money for bourbon and anime.
Yes, bourbon, anime, and hentai.
Who drinks bourbon?
I don't understand. I don't understand this. Either everyone in Japan is either a teenage girl or a sea monster.
Okay. All right. So in terms of how I'm doing, work is very stressful. Again, extremely stressful.
Mhm.
I've been trying to work on my book. I'm taking a break from YouTube for personal reasons. And
It's because it's
yeah,
book.
that's
Mhm.
yeah, my book, which no one's gonna care about, but that's how I've been doing.
We
So-
care, you
I
bitch.
Okay. Today we are going to talk about, you know what grinds my gears? Now, this is just the stuff that basically strikes a nerve in you, whether it's big or small. So it could be the little things, the big things, whatever. Whatever gets on your nerves is what that means. So, who wants to go first?
Well, you're the host. I think you should go first, buddy.
All right. Okay, I got a really good one to start with. My first one is when people walk by me and they say, "Excuse me," for no reason, as if I'm in their fucking way.
That's just a Midwest thing.
Yeah, I get that.
It
My
gets,
mom does that to me all the time.
it gets on my nerves. I don't know what it is. Every time I go out, I will leave tons of room for someone to walk through with their cart or their giant family. You know? And every time, I don't know what it is, they always go, "Excuse me." And I'm like, and I turn around, I'm like, "What? What did I do? Was I in your way?" And I look where they're walking, and it's like, "Why did you tell me that? Why didn't you tell that fucker in front of you, excuse me?" Or something. Oh, it gets on my nerves. Gets on my nerves to no end. This happens in lines. This happens in aisles. I mean, this happens in all kinds of places.
This happens in the Arby's parking lot.
Oh my God, it happens everywhere I go, whether it's outside, inside. It gets on my nerves to no fucking end. I don't understand it. Now I can understand if there's a line and the line is blocking the way of someone and I happen to be there and I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll move." But if I'm leaving like 5, 6 to 10 feet of room for your ass to walk through and you're just like, "Excuse me." And I'm just like, "Bitch." That's how I feel. And
bitch.
it gets on my fucking nerves to no end. I hate it. And my mom, she's like, "I don't know why you get so mad about that. It's not what you think it is." And I'm like, "How is that nice? What other way is there to say, 'Excuse me'? I don't go up to somebody with roses and say, 'Excuse me.'" You know, it fucking makes me mad. And
I just don't. I don't go up to like the girl I'm like having sexual relations with and say, "Excuse me."
Sexual, yeah. And you're looking at the bed. "Excuse me." Oh man, but
And she's
yeah.
like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Why are you looking at the bed and looking at me and looking at the bed and looking at me and going, "Excuse me"?
Look at the floor. Look at the bed. Look at the drain. Look at the book.
Okay, how do you guys feel about that? Am I an ass or do I have every right to be fucking pissed?
It's like a 50-50 because it's general manners to say "excuse me" when passing someone.
Oh, man.
But I feel that there's a sufficient gap where it becomes acceptable and just why.
So what does the other meaning of "excuse me" mean? Because I've never
It
understood
means
it.
fuck you out of my
Because-
way.
Yeah, and because to me it just sounds like you're in my fucking way. Excuse me. Like that's what I always associated it with. And I cannot figure out what the other meaning to it is that everyone thinks is so fucking polite about it. Because I'm just like, excuse me, you rude motherfucker.
Well, here, you say, yeah, that's the problem. Is like you use excuse me for being polite, then you use excuse me when you be a royal dick to someone.
And so basically, okay, here's an example of a polite version. I'm a butler or a greeter of sorts. I'm at a rich house, and there's a big door that I'm tending to, and when I open it and I bow to them and I go, "Excuse me, sir, would you please walk in?" Is that an example? I don't understand it. And because to me, I would be like, well, please come in. I don't understand it. I don't know.
I don't get it myself. It's too damn complicated.
Now, I understand if someone walks up and says, "Excuse me," and I'm like, "Oh, hi there."
Oh, hello.
You know, and they're like, I want to ask you a question. I understand that version where they're just like, "Excuse me," and I'm like, "Oh, hello there." They're like, "Can I ask you a question?" I get that, but I don't understand when people walk by me and they're just like, "Excuse me." And I'm just like, so I haven't figured it out. But
also, here's the thing. That's a big problem. But also, there's also a thing where they just don't say anything at all and just push right through you.
Oh, people have not done that to me because I'm too intimidating.
Yeah, Mike's a brick shit house now.
They're just and they probably freeze there and they go,
do that to me.
Should I shove him, or should I just give him enough room for me to walk by, and then say, "Excuse me, excuse me"?
That's what
I'm just like.
That's what I do. I shoved a guy who did that to me, bumped into me for no fucking reason. I shoved him, and he tried to like.
Jacob, that's called assault.
And I was like.
Could you imagine a random guy and just walking by you, but then he just bolts at you and he just like fucking hits you with his shoulder and then he gets in your face and he's like, "Huh? What you gonna fuck do about it, huh?" You can just say, "Excuse me,"
or
I'll kick their fucking ass.
No, Jacob, that's assault and battery. You can go to prison now.
For years.
They assault me.
I don't mean shit.
Assaulted me first.
For touching the man's second, you shall go to prison. Court adjourned.
There is laws and limitations to when you can swing at a man.
The first man struck, but the second man struck back. The second man is guilty. Court adjourned.
That's probably Illinois law.
Stupid. That's horseshit.
Indiana's no better. I was literally threatened with a firearm and I could not press charges.
That's stupid.
What?
Oh,
yeah, that's a long story, my friend. Very long story.
That's a fucking. That is shit.
I'm just trying to.
No offense to Indiana, but that is shit.
Could you imagine a robber just going in the bank with a gun to the banker's face and be like, "Excuse me."
Excuse me, please put the money in the bag.
Yeah, it's like the Gabriel Iglesias joke with the Indian guy. Excuse me, could you put the money in the bag, please? You know, why are you laughing at me?
All right, put the money in the bag. Put it in.
But that's my first one, and it irritates me to no fucking end. It just lights a fire in my soul, and I don't know if I'll ever figure it out. So,
alrighty.
Excuse me.
Who wants to go next? Matt, you want to go next?
I ain't got nothing on my brain still.
Okay, Jacob, you go. What do you got, buddy?
All right. For my number one, I have unfair game AI.
Oh,
you just suck at the game.
I love this.
So, I've been having this problem a lot with my WWE game, which I always play on legend difficulty, and it's not because I usually win, but sometimes I can't reverse, and they just keep getting moves on me. And even when I prompted the reverse, it says, the reverse thing, like, hey, you reverse, but then they still do the move on you. That's fucking unfair.
I had the same problem with 2K16. Now, granted, I haven't played the new ones, but now, granted, the previous games, I mastered those. I was a reversing fucking machine. I rarely ever missed a reversal. And I did all the big challenges and everything. And I usually played on Legend. When I got to 16, for some reason, my reversal godlike capabilities were swept under the rug, and they had did something to the reversal system, and it was the same button, but it's like, why the fuck didn't it count my reversal? So I've been there with
different timing.
I've been there, and it fucking pisses me off to no end.
And now for like these new games, they like for different moves, you have to press different buttons in order to successfully do a reversal.
Oh, yay! Oh my gosh!
Yeah, like if they're going for like a big heavy attack, you have to press X. Light attack, you have to do fucking square. For grapple, you gotta do circle.
Okay, I'm gonna bring up an AI that and because I myself don't have the knowledge on all these AIs or nothing, but there was one that I heard a lot about when the game came out, and that was in Alien Isolation, the xenomorph itself. I heard a lot of complaining about the AI being too unfair or too smart or too hard. And that's the one that comes to mind for me, but I don't know if there's ones that are worse. There probably are. But that's one that
I can think of one right off the bat.
Go ahead.
Remember I mentioned rubber bands?
Yeah.
It is actually a mechanic to make racing games harder.
Oh.
The farther you get ahead, there is a percentage on fucking distance or some shit where the AI can go faster than what their car can normally go to catch up and pass you.
Shit.
Yeah. My Cars game does that.
Yeah. It's a cheap way to add difficulty if there's no choice of difficulty.
Oh, I can think of there was this one game I used to play. It was on Xbox. It was this really crazy, weird boxing game, and it was fun. But I remember some of them enemies in the story mode being such a fucking bitch. And I feel like some bosses are purposefully just pushed to the brink to be so unfairly hard.
I can tell you what that is too. That's called input reading.
Yeah.
The AI will be able to read what you're pressing. Let's do this.
Yeah, everything you press. So you got to change your strategy every time almost.
Yep.
And oh man, it's like I can't rely on my godlike skills.
Now I got to rely on my godlike skills and being random.
Yep, I got to be just as random as the AI itself. So,
yep.
And that's not easy. Yeah. I've played games where it's like, I feel like this boss is intentionally way harder than it should be because they wanted to make it as hard and unfair as possible. And I've run into that.
God of War.
It sucks. Which one in God of War?
All of them. All of them. If you play on the hardest difficulty, God of War is just unfair.
Yeah. Yeah. I hate the people who say that the old God of Wars are just button mashing and there's no challenge.
Their strategy.
Dude, there's strategy and skill to that fucking game.
There's a reason why the speedrun makes you use unlimited magic.
Oh, man.
There's a wood chip in my foot. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. God of War is not easy at all.
No.
Not easy at all.
It's definitely easier than what we remember. That's for sure.
Darksiders 3 has this problem, too. The fucking AIs in that game are intentionally harder than they should be. And it's all because of the Dark Soul inspiration. And I don't even want to get started.
I will say there's two good From Software franchises, Mike, that are not Dark Souls related. Tenchu and Armored Core.
Okay.
Too bad Tenchu hasn't had an entry since like 2010.
Yeah. Whew. But that is a good one, Jacob. I really like that one a lot, actually. I love that. That's a good subject on its own. And that's a really good thing to have your gears grind on. So Matt, do you have anything that's popped into mind?
I
Or do you
already
want-
said my piece about bullshit gimmicks for AI.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
tag
can go
along with
next.
Jacobs.
Okay. So here's my next one. People on the road in general, whether someone is driving or not driving, being really fucking stupid. So I'll give an example.
Ooh, I got a recent one.
Let's say you're on a four-way, right? It's like a cross.
Ooh,
Somebody gets there first, right? Somebody gets there first and you get there second. Usually when there's someone first, they get to go.
Right.
Well, they just sit there and everybody's fucking staring at each other. You gonna go? Yeah.
Fucking
And
love
then
when
you're
that
just
happens.
like, and then you're like, go. And they're like, oh, no, you go. And I'm like, go, motherfucker, you were there first. It's just stupid shit. It's just people being too conscientious and not
No.
following the rules.
You know,
And it's
while you're on that, it's like, you know what I hate is when people in Jeeps or trucks want to ride your ass while you're doing
Yes.
already
I was
doing
telling
5
Jacob
over
about
the speed
that.
limit.
I was telling Jacob about that just not too long ago. I was like, it's really annoying when people ride on your ass. And oh my gosh.
See,
And-
but it's a stereotype though. It's always someone in a big ass truck or a Jeep. It's usually no one else.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
you realize I can tap my brakes once, total both vehicles, and your dumbass has to pay for it, right?
I'll tell you another thing that really gets on I'll tell you another thing that grinds my gears relating to this subject.
Here we
Is when you're driving and some fucking artard fucking comes along walking down the sidewalk,
Yeah.
or they're walking on the road, okay, and then they're just like, "Oh, you're coming?
Let's
Well,
walk
I
on the middle
have
of the
right
road.
of way. I have the right of way. I'll just walk."
It's like, no,
They hit
dude.
me, it's on them.
No, it's on you, dipshit, because you're in the middle of the road.
Nope. By law, it's on
Nope.
you. By law.
If they're on a
They
crosswalk,
have
yes. If they're in the middle of the street just walking, no, because that's called jaywalking. That's illegal.
I know, but I was told that they have the right of way regardless. And
If
and
they're
I think
mid
that's
street cross, yes. If they're just walking along the side of the road where there's a sidewalk or in the middle of the road, no, you can smack them all you want.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'll tell you another thing that pisses me off is when you're driving on like a really productive road or highway and you got these fucking athletic motherfuckers just jogging along with their
Right.
tight ass suits,
Mhm.
fucking 50 years old or something stupid. And they're just like, I can jog on this road if I want to. Or the people that are like doing it in the dark, like fucking artards in the morning. Or people who are riding their bikes with no way to indicate that they're there.
Yeah.
Or I love this one. This one happened to me. When you're driving and there's a group of people in a triangle, like they're a flock of fucking birds. Okay. And they're riding bikes and they're blocking the whole road and they're intentionally slowing down just so you have to follow their speed because they're in full control and they can go where they want and as fast as they fucking
Here's the
You
thing. Once I
can't do shit about
hit that dashy yellow, it's a bye-bye, motherfucker.
And fucking man, that makes me so angry.
Don't,
though.
don't worry.
when people-
I had a situation similar to that actually last
I
week.
remember I was sitting across from a gas station, okay? And there's this old lady on this little fucking like hovered chair thing,
Oh god.
right? Like electric chair. And she's just blitzing all over the place across the road, not looking back and forth and just riding around everywhere.
She's just wants to be hit. She wants her life to end.
I was like, what in the fuck, man?
Old
is she
ladies are crazy,
doing?
dude.
Oh my God. It's just people being really fucking stupid on the road. And it's not just drivers. It's,
All right.
it's just
All
people
right, all right.
not driving too.
Since
It's
you
just-
had to mention the trio of dipshits on bikes, how would you feel, Mike, if there was a box truck going 15 under the speed limit in front of you for no reason?
Oh yeah, that's great too.
I dealt with that for fucking
Oh,
3.5
I'll
miles.
I'll tell you another thing that gets on my nerves when you have a farm driver who lives miles away from
Yeah.
his fucking field, his cornfield, and he's driving his big fucking slow ass tractor. And it takes him forever to get there, and you have no choice to go because there's no little slots on the road to go around. And you're right.
That's why I
behind
like
him.
some of the ones that I live around because there's a big enough spot, they'll pull off and let people pass because they know that.
Oh man.
What makes it worse is when you're on your way to work and they
Oh,
want to
man.
do their fucking work. It's like, dude,
Oh.
be a normal farmer, do it in the morning
I'll
when it's
tell you another
cold.
thing. I'll tell you another one that gets on my nerves on the road is when a semi driver takes a road that they're not supposed to be
Yeah.
on. And like the country roads,
Yeah.
or there's a sign that says no semis turning on this spot. And they're just like, fuck that sign.
Fuck it,
They
it's a
fuck-
shorter route.
I used to deal with that problem at Skinner Lake all the time. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, my mom would get confrontational with these drivers because they would run over a yard and everything. And then here's the cops. Woo! You know, "Hey, what's going on out here?" It's just stupid, man.
It's like, bro, destruction of
Semi-drivers-
property because you can't read.
Semi drivers get on my nerves
I-
real
I
bad. And
think
I deal with them all the time at work.
Honestly, I
Just,
think the
ugh.
worst drivers I hate dealing with because the road I take to work is very curvy. And so if you're on the inside of the road going to town, you have to hug
Yeah.
the inside of the road. But you could be one of those dumbasses that are going out of town and you want to cut into the other lane to take those curves at a higher speed.
There's people that want to go too fast or too fucking slow. And it's actually more dangerous to go too slow. But going too
Depends
fast
on the
is
context.
fucking crazy. Yeah, I mean, but like either is bad. And
Like a
And-
coworker of mine's son's in the hospital because he took a right-hand turn about 50 miles an hour and rolled his car down a hill.
you know what? While I'm on the subject, there's another thing that grinds my gears that actually relates to this. I actually had them
Is
separate.
it Karen's?
People who are in a hurry to fucking go nowhere.
I fucking love those
And-
kind of people.
It fucking pisses me off when we're on the road and you see this motherfucker just and he's blitzing through everybody, and then you're thinking,
Where'd you have to go?
what's going on? I wonder why he's
Fucking
in such a
turns us to
hurry.
the gas station.
So yeah, and you see where he goes, and he's just casually walking into Dollar General, and he's just getting some eggs, and then it turns out his home is not far,
It's
and
like,
it's like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, it's just, and there's so many people that are just in a hurry to go nowhere, and it's fucking stupid.
Like I'll
And-
admit, the only time I'm in a hurry is pulling out of someplace because my car's slow.
or you get those people who don't want to be out, right?
Mhm.
Like I won't lie, I'm kind of one of these people, but I'm not in a hurry.
Fucking
hurry.
hermit.
You got these people who are like, I don't want to be here, and so they're bulldozing through the store or something,
Yeah.
and they're in a hurry to go absolutely fucking
Nowhere.
Oh my god! So,
Nuts. You want to get
Those-
nuts? Let's get nuts.
do you guys have any examples of seeing people who are in a hurry to fucking go absolutely nowhere? Because I encounter this every day,
Me.
every time I'm out. Oh,
My
man.
mom does that.
Really?
Your mom's nuts. Okay.
Shame.
Shame.
Shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame.
All right, Jacob.
Everyone, just for a heads up, you're going to hear a lot of Family Guy references. So
Yeah,
buckle up.
because this is stuff that grinds your gears. So, and
man.
speaking of which, Jacob, what's the next thing that just grinds your gears?
Oh, the number 2 on my list of. Hey,
Sorry.
I want to really know what grinds my gears. People yelling for no reason.
Yeah.
When people are just screaming their goddamn head off for no apparent reason. I had this problem yesterday. Mike knows about this. Where my mother was screaming Matt, come on.
Sorry.
Not what I'm discussing.
Sorry. Oh, go ahead. Continue.
Okay.
Alright. Where Mike overheard it. My mom would sometimes. My mom is very, very dramatic, and sometimes all of us can be, but she is very, very dramatic.
Just don't let her
She
hear
can take
that.
it overboard. Well, she said, "Well, this is my podcast, and I'm allowed to speak up. We're all allowed to speak our minds." And I know she talks about me, even though I don't like her to.
Yep.
We have a good relationship going, and it's not just with my mother; it's just with everybody. You know, some people are just yelling for no reason. Like a few days ago, I was walking with my friend, and like there's this guy just yelling on his front porch for like everyone to hear.
Sometimes.
You know, every time I walk out here, there's people on the sidewalk walking past my house. Understand it.
Have you guys ever ran into that where people are just like screaming?
Yes. The random old guy that gets fucking hammered like every weekend right next to me.
I see it oddly more with women, but I've seen guys do it too.
Women have a short temper, that's why.
Especially if they're short people. Short people have a shorter temper.
Short people got
it's because they don't have enough room to refuse.
I don't know. You know what? I said that to Stupendous Wave one time. I said, well, short people do have short tempers. He thought that was so hilarious. I'm like, what's so funny? He says short people have short tempers, he says. And I'm like, it's true. Go see a little person and try to piss them off. I bet it's really easy to. Okay? I'm sorry. It's true. But, yeah, my half sister, quote unquote, she's one of these people, which I'll be bringing her up briefly again here soon. But just yelling for no fucking reason. And yeah, people just getting pissed off over stupid little fucking things, you know, and it's just like, I understand if you're living in someone's household and you have to respect their rules and things have to be done. I get that. But if it's your home, your personal home, and you own it, and someone comes to your house and starts getting on you about your house and how you should do it,
I'm gonna beat your ass.
That fucking. I don't talk to my sister no more, but I don't blame her for getting pissed about that because that is really fucking annoying. She should live however the fuck she wants. So,
you know, what's my favorite rule in my house?
What's your favorite rule?
You have a suplex battle and see who gets to cook dinner. You ready for that one?
Yeah.
Let's go, boy!
Suplex City!
Suplex City, fucker!
We're going to go to Suplex City and have some pizza.
Dude, I want pizza now. Fuck off.
Stuffed crust pizza.
I just want pizza.
I'm so fucked up. What's wrong with me?
I want breakfast pizza.
I just want pizza.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite. I love breakfast pizza. I haven't had it in a while.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
What?
Who?
What'd you do?
Who?
What happened? Who was it?
Who's possessed by the owl?
Who asked? I'm just kidding.
Okay, I was like, what happened? Who did it? Was it me?
Hey, Mike.
But yeah, I feel you. There,
I was saying who, like who asked?
I feel you there though, Jacob. I've encountered that a lot and it gets on my nerve. You know, sometimes I am one of those people. I mean, we all have our bad days. And sometimes I'm just pissed off for no reason. You know?
But here's the thing. That is a good reason, but here's the thing. What if you're just yelling for I'm just saying
what
for
if it's
no
completely
reason?
What if it's completely at random? That's when a line needs
like
drawn.
For no.
You know what? Do you want to know what I hate?
Yeah.
Is when you're doing something and the other person doesn't like it. And so how they'll approach it is they'll start bitching about something else once you're doing that thing just to indicate like, I don't want you fucking doing this right now. And that gets on my nerves. I hate that.
I tell them, Take a dick, shove
I
up
get
your
that
ass. I'm
so
doing
many
it.
times.
Yeah, fuck pisses me off. My dad used to do that. He used to do that shit when I was by myself, trying to be alone, do my stuff, and then he would start bitching about something just because he didn't like me doing it. You know, it's just stuff like that. And I've encountered that. And
Now you're
really
in a happier place, Mike.
I am.
With trees.
Your
A lot of trees.
imagination.
You're right. You
Imagination. What the fuck's wrong with us? So, yeah, I've been there and it sucks. I'm a broken record. Is there anything you guys want to say about this topic anymore?
Pineapples.
Pizza.
Pineapples on pizza.
You
With
grinds my
cheese.
gears, Mike.
With cheese.
Leaning Tower of cheese. Cheddar.
All right, Matt, do you have any?
Don't
that
really
come to
grinds
mind?
my gears.
Go
People
ahead.
put sardines on pizza.
I've never had a sardine.
I don't fucking. Pizza is
And
already a
that
very
just sounds
savory.
like-
Pizza's already a very savory thing.
Why would you put sardines on a pizza? Pineapple, I understand.
Pineapple, yes.
Or
Pineapple,
way more
chicken,
than-
ham, sausage.
Ugh, I hate ham.
Sausage.
You get the point, Mike. It's
Yeah, I know.
why a very salty fish. Well, no, it's anchovies, isn't it? It's one of the two.
I've never had sardines, and it doesn't. It
anchovies.
doesn't look. It
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
look
anchovies on
appealing.
pizza. But point being is, why would you put a very small and salty fish and eat it whole? By the way, you don't debone it, nothing. You eat the entire damn thing on pizza.
You know what? You know what, Matt? That makes me think. Like, there are some things that are unnecessary to put on, like pizzas, sandwiches, burgers, hot dogs. Like, just that concept in general. It's in a way, I'm kind of like, I understand you're experimenting, and sometimes it's a good result, and then other times it's like, what the fuck made you want to do that? Because that just sounds fucking
okay.
horrible.
Since you mentioned that, you know what the one thing that always made me be like, why the fuck would you do that? Even though it's very good. Who the fuck invented the fluffer nutter and why?
What's the fluffer nutter? What happened?
Marshmallow fluff and peanut butter sandwich.
Oh, dude, you know what? I made a marshmallow peanut butter stuff. I mixed it. And I was working on this new burger, and it's got a marshmallow peanut butter fluff on one side,
See,
on the top of the burger,
What I
and
want
then
to
on the
know
bottom.
is who thought up of that and why?
You know, it makes me wonder and how people just came up with stuff in the past. I mean, people were just experimenting back then.
Like how
people didn't know nothing.
how'd they find out how to make fries? Like, I'm very curious on that one. It's like, how would you know if I boil this thing in fat, it gets all crispy and
Cooked
good?
potatoes.
A lot of people just accidentally stumble upon stuff. You know, deep frying, I don't know when it was invented, but I would maybe say it was when they were first doing smash burgers, because what would happen was that the tallow would build up so much and they didn't have drains at the time, which would become a problem, by the way. And so they would fry their burgers in the tallow, and then they just start frying things. But I would have to do some research on that because I never looked into deep fry food. But that is interesting to think about.
Mike, you're way the fuck off.
I probably am way
Wait.
off. No,
Second
I was just saying,
millennium.
like that's just a guess. You know, I wasn't saying that was right. And so what were you saying?
The practice itself was the
Yeah.
second millennium.
Oh wow,
The term deep fry wasn't coined till the 19th century.
yeah,
So 200 years. And we're like, fat,
yeah,
food.
yeah. I mean, I
Balls.
didn't know. That was just a guess. I wasn't saying I was right.
And it was the Egyptians who did it.
Yeah, yep.
Apparently, they invented
Which-
donuts.
Which is awesome.
Apparently, they invented donuts. It's fucking awesome.
I want to see donuts on the pyramids. I want to see that now. You know what? There should be a donut
The leaning
place.
tower.
So,
It's
you
in the
want
shape of a
The Great
pyramid.
Period donut.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I want to see a donut place that's Egyptian themed.
All right, Mike, let's go.
I want to see
Fucking
that.
burgers. We're doing donuts.
Yeah.
No, we're doing donut burgers. There we go.
So speaking of like how weird food was invented, this reminds me of like how the sandwich was invented. So this guy wanted to, eat his roast beef, but he doesn't want to. But he had his like bread in his hands, and he decided to put the meat between the bread, and he's like, "He's revolutionary."
But then how do you come up with the name Sandwich? That's what I.
His name was Sam.
Was he at the beach? Was he at the beach sitting next to a witch? I mean, what the fuck happened?
I
mean,
you know what?
you know what I mean? I mean,
Mike, let me preference this. Sliced bread wasn't invented till like the 1800s. Okay.
yeah, I know, but I'm just talking about a sandwich and like, how do you come up with the name?
You know what? You know what? I could go back to Google. I could find out.
You know what? I'm sitting next to this ugly witch. I'm sitting on sand. I'm going to call this a sandwich. That's the only thing I can think of because I don't know how the fuck you come up with that. What should I call
Why
this?
is sandwich called sandwich? John Montagu, fourth
I don't
Earl of
understand it.
Mike, fourth Earl of Sandwich is why.
That's his name?
John Montagu, fourth Earl of Sandwich.
Okay.
I, my dude. Fine by me. The great mystery why is sandwich called sandwich because the man technically named Sandwich named it after himself.
What should I call this? My name is Sandwich, so I shall call this Sandwich.
I think Sandwich it's probably a city or something because you have to be an earl of a city or kingdom or some shit.
If I ever come up with a new food, I'm going to call it Gangwer. Here, you want a Gangwer?
I won't call it the McGangwer, so I can call it the McGangbang when I feel spicy.
Gangwer.
The McGangster.
The McGangwer.
The McGangwer, so I can call it the McGangbang when I have like 4 of them.
Oh my God. All right.
Oh my God.
Are we done with this one?
Yeah, I have another one. So here's what grinds my gears. People who are nearly 30 years old and still don't know how to use the fucking bathroom.
Mike. I thought you were going to say computer for a second.
No, the fucking bathroom. Ever since I started working at this factory, I didn't know how bad this was.
Okay. Technically, it's...
Oh, my God. And it's not just Mexicans. I've witnessed this, and it fucking blows my fucking mind that you got all these fucking people, and they're just like, I don't know how toilet paper gets all over the ceiling and all over the stalls and fucking just, oh my God, just, I don't, or
see, do you know what the funny thing is? Like, my bathroom isn't even that bad at work.
Oh my God. It used to be worse. It used to be worse. And I just don't understand. So apparently the excuse is, oh, well, a lot of people sit on these toilets all day, so we gotta put some around the
then put it in the toilet after to flush it.
So I don't get a butthole infection. And it's like,
okay,
why is it on the floor?
First off, if your ass cheek skin transmit disease or sickness, I would be sick 24/7 because I work in a building with over 50 fucking people. Yeah,
I don't understand and how it gets on the stalls or like whatever the fucking booth parts are called. I'm stupid right now. Yeah, the stalls. I don't understand how it gets everywhere like that. And I don't know how someone can miss a trash can with paper towels. I don't understand it. I don't know why people don't wash their fucking hands. People don't know how to use the bathroom.
You know how you solve this problem?
There was a point in time where I punished these motherfuckers good. I got permission to punish them by not cleaning the bathroom. Okay. Yeah. I talked to the boss. He was like, do it. And I got complaints. This bathroom is nasty. and I said, well, you
Clean
tell
up.
your guys that once they start to learn to use a bathroom better than a fucking 2-year-old, then I will start cleaning it more. I only cleaned it and so, you're going to love this. I had a guy who said I was cleaning it too much. Every time I come in here, you're in here. And
Yeah,
I
good
said,
job.
well, I was cleaning this only 1 day a week. So how's about I clean this only a half day a week? He says, what does that mean? And I said, that means you just fucked everybody. I'm cleaning it way less now. So, and so I made everybody suffer for a while. I had screws in the urinals and stuff, and it was just so fucking stupid. That bathroom was a nightmare. It's getting better, but I just don't understand how somebody in their 30s or older can go to a bathroom and not know how to use it. It can either be that it's not their fucking bathroom, so they don't care how. They can make a mess if they fucking want to. But at the same time, it's like, why bother? I mean, you're going to have to go again and you have to deal with the mess. So I don't know. I just think it's stupid. And now I look at everything differently, because now when I go out in the world and look at people, I think every motherfucker that is walking down this street, most of them probably don't know how to use a fucking bathroom. So
Mike would be horrified. I don't know how to use the bathroom.
Oh my
And
God,
he's been
dude.
in my bathroom.
Oh,
What do you guys have any examples of just stuff like this? Because I just
remember when we went to high school and some dipshits broke the stall wall.
I had a guy who literally shit on the toilet, and didn't say a fucking word, and I had to clean it up.
I'm like, nah, bro. Your turn.
It's like,
fuck you.
No, I didn't know who it was. I went to go clean, and some guy shit all over it. And I was just like, what the fuck?
I mean,
dude?
I'm like, the only bathroom story I have is when the dipshits in our high school broke the fucking stall walls.
I swear to God, some of these people have like a person who has a string attached to them, and then they pull, and their asshole's like a fucking cannon. And it's like in the bathrooms. All right, you know what I mean? It's fucking stupid, man.
Dude. High school bathrooms are fucking atrocious.
Oh,
well, we know because, like I said, there was a group of students who broke the stall walls in our bathroom.
And you know what? I use those bathrooms, and it is nothing like what I deal with. I mean,
well, that's also because we had a nice custodial crew, and we're teenagers. We're not complete dickheads.
I'm the only guy who cleans the bathrooms, and that doesn't help either. But
so here's the thing: the male bathrooms, they sometimes leave messes. They don't flush. They piss all over the seat.
Yep.
And also they vape in there.
Yep.
And also because of the vaping, they have to put a vape detector, and they also have to remove one of the stall doors.
Okay.
Yep. Oh yeah, we had a drug problem last year, and then we had smelled marijuana in the bathroom recently, and I was like, man, I'm gonna catch this motherfucker. I hope so. You ain't doing marijuana in my fucking bathroom.
Of all the places to smoke, it has to be the bathroom. You know, the nice, clean smelling area where you could smell it clear as day.
Oh, this makes me so mad too. Okay, here's what fucking fires me up. When I go to restock toilet paper, and you got these fuckers who are not going to the bathroom, they're just sitting there on their phone, fucking off, wasting time.
You talking shit?
I'm serious. It fucking pisses me off. And I'll go up to a stall, and I'm like, hey, you need toilet paper? No response. Hey, motherfucker, do you need toilet paper? No response.
Kick door open. Do you need fucking toilet paper?
And so, and this happened, and I said, okay, you know what? You don't want to wipe your ass? Fuck you. I ain't restocking it. And finally the guy says, well, I ain't going to respond if my dick is fucking hanging out. And I said, well, it's not like I'm in the stall and looking towards your dick and saying, hey, you want me to restock this fucking stall? I'm not staring at his dick.
I hate people like that.
I'm not staring at your dick. I said, I'm asking you if you need fucking toilet paper in there.
It's like, dude,
Because
you
I need
could
to
probably
restock.
pass the fucking roll under the door.
Oh my
or
God,
Or
it
you
made-
could just try to bucket.
Oh, dude, it fucking pissed me off, dude. He was like, well, I ain't gonna answer you if my fucking dick's hanging out. And I said, well, I'm not staring directly at your dick and saying, hey, do you want me to restock the toilet paper in your stall real quick?
It's like the door's shut anyway, so it doesn't matter, fucker.
Oh my God. And that happens a lot where people don't want to respond. And so I'm an asshole and I'll say, well, looks like you ain't get stuck the whole day because you don't want to respond to
this
me
is what you
and
do.
you want to be on your phone.
This is what you do next
So-
time. Next time it happens, knock once, ask. Knock twice, ask. Like, all right, fine. Couple steps back and just fucking shoot it over the top of the stall. And be like, you can fucking restock it.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Or
get to the
I
point
hate
where it turns
people
into a game.
who do that.
Well, here's the thing that also gets on my nerves about the bathroom. They want to put the toilet paper on the back seat where the tanks is, and then it falls directly into the toilet and it causes problems. And I try to put it in one spot and they're like, I don't want to put it there. And then they put it right behind them. And then they get up, oops. And I had to put up a sign, okay, saying like, don't do this because of this, this, and this. They ripped them off. They didn't want the sign. Oh yeah, that's happened to me. I had to do one for the screws. They ripped them off. And finally I set their asses straight. And I said, you know what, guys, you don't clean this fucking bathroom. You don't fix the fucking toilets. I want you to do that for just one fucking day and then hear you bitch about that. And it's been getting better, but I don't know why the bathroom has to be such a big fucking problem. You just go in there, take a shit, and go. Why do you guys gotta make it complicated? That's what I don't
think. Honestly, the ultimate problem I hate about work bathrooms is when some dumbass clogs the toilet and just walks out.
Yeah, that's happened to me a lot. Oh my gosh. And then the toilet like wants to overflow.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going like, because there's shit everywhere. Oh my God, dude. Oh, I tried plunging it one time. I tried plunging it one time. I plunged, and finally I locked the stall. And then here comes this asshole named Ted, and he's like, I got it fixed for you, by the way, since you don't know how to fucking fix a toilet. And I said, well, I only plunged that forever. It probably fixed itself, asshole. So fuck you.
I mean, shit does deteriorate. I mean, look at your job.
Yeah, I mean, it just fucking makes me so mad. That bathroom, the steel weld is starting to get kind of bad, and the female's getting a little bad. But that male bathroom in the main plant,
how can the females get bad? They don't poop.
Oh, they're starting to, and so they're starting to rip. And so, okay, those things where the jumbo rolls get in,
Yeah.
and you close it up and you roll it out.
Yeah.
Well, the females are for some fucking reason ripping the fucking face of those off.
How the?
I don't know why. And I got on their asses about it. I was like, guys, well, we don't like it. We like the other rolls.
Don't
So
care, bitch.
And so you're going to justify it by ripping the face off. And then they decide to destroy the soap dispenser by putting water in it. They filled it up with water and it no longer worked. So I said, I threw it away, and they said, you getting us another one?
No.
And I said, no. Why? Because that comes out of my maintenance budget. Fuck you.
Exactly.
You can,
Fuck you.
so I just give him the little, squirt bottle
Fucking
thing. That's what I give him, the squirt bottle. In the male bathroom,
I'd rather use that.
the male bathroom, they fucking broke the handle off of the paper towel dispenser. I mean, we ended up getting a new one because it came in anyway. But I told them guys, I said, you break this again, you ain't fucking getting another one.
You ain't getting one for a few months. So,
But the girls, the boys are more messy and stupid, and the girls are for some reason really fucking destructive. Steel weld, there was one soap dispenser that was empty. So what was the solution? Don't say anything to Mike. Rip it off the fucking wall. And I saw, and when I went to restock toilet paper and fill soap dispensers and stuff, I came upon this destruction, this massacre. And I got a hold of the plant manager at Steel Weld. And he's like, what? And I said, what the fuck is this? He says, I don't know, man. People are just stupid. And I said, well, that's not a good fucking excuse. I said, you do realize that this comes out of my maintenance budget that I have to keep a track on and that I'm limited on. And you know what? And then you guys don't have the audacity to be like, hey, Mike, you got a copy? Hey, this soap dispenser's good. Need some soap, buddy. But instead, one of your guys is like, rip it off fucking wall!
Destroy it, bitch!
Destroy!
Man.
It has no soap. I fix it by ripping it off wall. And because their thought process is, well, if it's not going to have any, we might as well not have any at all. That was their excuse. And I thought, you guys are so fucking stupid. And they said, and then one of them had the audacity to say, are you getting another one? And I said, what do you fucking think? And he says, well, judging by the way you said that, I'm guessing not. I said, nope. That's a big fucking no.
The big nope
fat,
on the nope door.
He says, that's a no, huh? I said, it's a big fat
What do you fucking think?
no. Yeah, it's a big fat
What
solid
do you
no.
fucking think?
And then there was a guy who asked me about screws. And he says, do you know anything about them? And I said, that's a big fat fucking zero. And he says, so do you know anything? And I said, do you understand what a big fat fucking zero means? It means a big fat fucking zero. I know zero about it. Oh yeah, I'm a dick, man. I'm a dick. When these guys get on my nerves and annoy me, I'm a dick. And okay, that's enough about that. Do you guys have anything else to add to it before we move on?
No, we're good. We're
fucking
good. Man.
Nope.
Big fucking no. Big fat fucking zero.
Oh god, that hurt my shoulder. My shoulder hurts from laughing. Ow.
I love when someone says, hey Mike, do we got any glue right now? No, we don't. Or nope, that's a big fat zero. We got none.
So do we have any?
None.
It means it's a big fat zero. Do you know what zero means? It means none. Unless you want me to say -1.
Just start saying null the entire time. Null. Null. No.
Oh yeah, man. I deal with a lot of shit. I do.
You just deal with a lot of fucking idiots.
Oh my god, dude. There was one day. There was one day when I knew a vendor was coming, and these guys were bitching about the glue. And I said, guys, they're gonna arrive after first break, and you'll have glue by then. And you want to know what the fucker had the audacity to say, the Ted guy? He says, well, that's not helpful. That doesn't help us at all. That was a waste of your time even saying that. So I got on the radio and I said, I just thought I'd let you know. As a matter of fact, I don't think I'm going to let you ever know. So you can just sit there and fucking question it the whole time. I said those exact fucking words.
Yeah.
And then that was it. And then he tried to apologize. And I said,
Fuck you.
And he says, what? Why are you getting so mad, man? I said, I said, I'm not playing this game with you, Ted. I said, once I say it's done, it's done. I said, I hold grudges, and that was very unnecessary. So I'm going to be an asshole now, and you are never going to know when something comes in. Because I either get made fun of when I try to let people know when something comes in because they're in desperate need of it, or they're just total fucking dick faces about it. So they're just going to wonder. And now everybody's wondering all the time and stressing out when I'm just sitting there fine, knowing when something's going to come in.
Blame Ted.
Yep. Blame Ted and everyone else. So, okay, Jacob, what grinds your gears?
Okay, you bastards. Number 3. What really grinds my gears is people being fake woke. Actually, woke in general. This really pisses me off.
Jacob, what if I were to tell you if you were woke? And you didn't realize you were woke, but you're actually woke.
How woke? How would you say woke am I?
Woke.
What kind of?
I would say Jacob has a good heart. You know,
he's not going to force it though.
But this woke thing, like, you know, I'm not going to get political or none because it does relate to the politics and shit. But I am so sick and tired of the woke people just doing stupid shit, making excuses for everything, and just the Democratic
Getting away with
shit.
it.
And that's as far as I'll go with it because most of the people that I work with are fucking woke, most of them, and it just makes me so tired. It does. There's no common sense. There's no. It's and it's like you told me earlier, Jacob, when we were talking about this privately. Disney. Fucking Disney.
Disney very woke.
Oh, Disney is fake woke.
Oh my God. And I think we've talked about this before, but I'm so sick of people having to be forced to hire a specific person of color instead of a person based on their skill set, you know? And it just like, oh, well, we got to let them, you know, get their spotlight and stuff and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to get too controversial about this because it's a really sensitive subject that'll cause a lot of fucking trouble, but that's how I feel. And it's just, I just don't feel like it's ever going to end.
I think, fuck.
Yeah, I know.
No. I had a train of thought and it just like, whee, out the ear.
All right, so Jacob,
It flew off the track.
Yep.
Jacob, I want you to tell us about fake woke. I want you to talk about it, and just how you feel and your thoughts on it.
Well, like I said, like I gave an example about Disney being fake woke by either race swapping or gender bending their characters for no apparent reason, just to have people say, "Oh, they included it," it's very unnecessary.
Since you mentioned gender bending, what people don't realize, gender bending is literally originally a fucking joke concept.
Yeah,
it's a joke. It's not being taken seriously.
And now they're trying to take it to the extreme, though. And it's like with Superman. Do you guys remember the rumors of a black Superman? Which there is a black Superman, but it's in a different universe. This was to replace the actual original Superman. And there was a lot of people who had a problem with it. And there was a lot of people who were all for it. And there was an all-out war about it. And
what would you say? It's a world at war?
Yeah. Yeah. It just...
Oh, that was a bad one. I'll go shoot myself for it. I'll be back.
Okay. But yeah, I feel you, Jacob. I'm with you. And oh God. Now,
and also just bringing all these themes that are very unnecessary.
Yeah,
like every person does it.
Oh, Black Panther is a prime example of just like, you know, we got to make this about black people and stuff. And that's why everybody went crazy over it. Well, I don't go crazy over a movie because it's full of white people. So it's just stuff like that where I just don't understand the craze. And because at the end of the day, I look at them as people. It's not me being racist or anything. It's just like, I don't care about the color of their skin. They're just people to me. You know, I don't understand why it's such a big deal. And I guess I'm always going to be like that, whether it's right or wrong way of looking at things.
Why, Mike,
but
it's diversity.
I guess. I mean, but here's my thought process: is if a character is designed to be a specific color and gender, you shouldn't fuck with it if people are attached to the character the way it is, right? And they make the excuse of, oh well, what's important is you keep their core of their, or like the little cricket from Puss in Boots says, the core of your character, right? If you keep the core of the character, it's still the same. It doesn't matter what they look like. And it's like, but you're still fucking with the image of it. You know, I don't know. Just, it's so fucked up, man.
And now Velma is a prime example.
Oh, don't get me started.
To be honest,
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Do it.
well,
Do it.
I'm going to finish my thought.
Do it.
I gotta finish my thought.
Do
So,
it.
Velma is a prime example of this. Now, I didn't really give a shit about the race swap. I actually was, kind of for it. But then again, I don't care if it's like changing the race swap, but just don't change the characters of who they are, like their personalities. Like, it doesn't matter. Just keep their personalities right. They did not. Velma became a snooty bitch.
Daphne
Fred
became a
became,
snootier bitch.
Let's have Jacob have his rage.
Go.
Excited about this.
You have permission.
Shaggy was chill, but also he became more of a wimp than he originally was. Fred got rid. They got all the reason why Fred was a badass and just turned him into a late puberty blossoming little bitch boy.
With a tiny dick, apparently.
That with a tiny dick and with hairless legs.
I didn't know he had hair on his legs. That's interesting. Wait a minute, how the fuck did I say that? Interesting. Shit.
Well, here's the thing, since this is like a coming to age, and I'm saying that with my doing finger quotes, coming to age story. They're supposed to be high schoolers going through puberty.
Oh,
and all that
updated
shit,
and
They should-
modernized.
Good.
Yeah.
They actually
Yeah.
literally just did this with the Clone High remake.
Instead of realizing and that some characters and properties are timeless, so leave it the fuck alone.
Yep. And I can't believe that. And the reason why Velma is getting a season 2 is because people hate watched it. I watched a little bit. I watched the first episode and like a little bit of the second episode, and I stopped because it gave me a migraine.
That's what we should do. We should do a review
was
on
that
Velma
bad.
just for Mike.
Well, you guys can.
Nope, you're
I
joining,
don't
bitch.
care enough.
Nope.
I don't care because I've never been a fan of Scooby Doo. And which I don't disrespect
That's the
anybody.
thing.
who
It's
likes
not
it,
even Scooby Doo.
but it's related to
No,
it.
it's
There's no
not.
Scooby Doo in that show.
In a way, it is.
No. They tried to weasel Scooby in as some sort of what was
I'm
it?
okay.
Like
I'm okay.
Nice
Experiment?
study.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
You want?
Yeah, I just never cared for the
And all this
Scooby like
somehow,
universe.
and all this ties into Velma's missing mother.
Somehow.
And not her missing grandmother for some reason. Right? Is that what we're talking about? I don't know. Fuck me.
I don't know. It was just
Well,
it's bad.
But yeah, that really grinds my gears.
That grinds my gears.
Fake. And go ahead, whoever's Matt. If you have another one, you can go ahead. Sorry about that.
What
I
is up
apologize.
with
I don't know what's up with that.
Get the fucking dick out of my mouth. What? What is up with like major corporations taking these old properties and rebooting them all the fucking time? Literally, Clone High just got a reboot.
Disney.
Disney. We got the whole Velma shenanigans.
I'm terrified
We
to
got
see what
Dr-
Disney's going to do with
We got Inner
Alien.
Beast becoming a fucking woke shitstorm.
Inner Beast? What?
Yep.
Which, mine?
Yes, yours.
Oh, okay. I don't know. But I am okay, Jacob. Was the Prey movie made under the ownage of Disney? Is
I don't.
the Prey movie?
I don't
Yes.
Really?
Okay. Yeah, I'm very anxious to see that. It looks better than the last piece of fucking shit we got.
Don't get me started on that movie. That movie's
Oh
bad.
my god. Oh my god.
bad.
Oh, that movie. That's one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Well, according to like 80% of the reviews I watch, it was at least an 8 out of 10 across the fucking board.
Oh god.
We have to watch the
Why?
Comanche dub though.
But honestly, I'm so sick reboots on things, and especially comics.
Unnecessary sequels.
My biggest problem is comics, and I've stopped really reading comics. I've been reading more of the self-contained stories because I cannot fucking keep up with all these different timelines, these different fucking reboots and resets and different universes and shit. I can't do it anymore.
See, that's why I
Like-
stopped reading Dragon Ball Z.
No, Dragon Ball is not nearly as bad as DC. DC just
Well, I
gives me
know
a
they have
wide-
90 million timelines per character.
all I know is Dragon Ball Z, and then there was the shit GT.
GT, there was Kai, superheroes
Kai-
now.
I was Dragon Ball Z. It was just like, not as good. That's all that was. But then you got, so the way I look at it is Dragon Ball Z, and then Dragon Ball Super. GT's not canon, and Kai is just a clean,
It's
less
cleanup.
darker version of Z.
It's just the cleanup.
It's just a cleanup. Yeah. Dragon Ball's not nearly as confusing to me. What confuses me is going into fucking DC, where I love these characters, but I'm so sick of having hundreds of different versions of the same fucking character instead of having a self-contained story with one version of the character only. And it's like, I'm so sick of this shit. Marvel's easier to follow because each universe has a different version of a character, but it's not the same person at the same time at all. And it's kind of like in the Ultimate Universe, you have Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and then you got Reed Richards, who's a villain, right? Mr. Fantastic's a villain, and it's just easier to understand. Whereas with DC, it's like,
DC,
Is
you got
this-
9
is
Batmans.
this a spin-off story? Is this in another universe, or is like I never know what's going on, and the reboots just annoy me. What really pissed me off recently was they had Rebirth, which Rebirth was just like, that was the best I've seen from DC. I love Rebirth. I think Rebirth is incredible. And look, I love the final part of Rebirth with like, Death Metal, with Death Metal and everything, and the Batman Who Laughs having like the powers of 2 Dr. Manhattans facing off against Perpetua was cool. And it was a cool fucking story. I loved it.
Spoilers,
But
Mike.
it is cool, but my biggest problem is they then so their goal was to fix DC by saying this is the original Superman, and now Superman's remembering all the times there were rebirths, there were reboots, right? And he was losing his memory, and then he was resetting himself over and over. So he had all the memories of all the previous lives that he had, and it's all fucked up. And so they were trying to just fix everything that was done before. But what they did instead was they made it more complicated, because you went from having to understand a DC multiverse to a fucking omniverse, which oh my God, I haven't even looked into that because I'm terrified to see what the omniverse is like. So now there's not a DC multiverse anymore. It's a omniverse, and you don't have the source wall no more. And
You know what, Mike? I
Oh
can
my
sum it
God,
up for you
dude.
what it exactly probably is.
oh my God, it's so fucked
It's
up.
called a fucking shitstorm.
Oh, and they were trying to fix it. That's their way of fixing it, is making it worse again.
No.
And every time they try to fix it, they make it worse.
you
And I just give it up.
you know how you could do this?
Given up.
You cut every storyline that's going on right now and create a section similarly called the New Age, and it's just clean cut fucking storylines.
And here's the thing: you can't just stop and restart again, because they've done that so many times.
Yeah, I know
trying to
that's the
fix
problem.
what they did. Oh my God, and it just baffles me. That's why with this Inner Beast universe thing that I'm doing, I'm only doing like there's only one Armis. I'm not gonna have like fucking hundreds of different Armises.
But what if
And
you learn
shit.
Naruto Shadow Clone Jutsu? Then there's hundreds of Armises.
Oh my
For a
God, I'm not
split
doing that
second.
shit. Oh my God, dude. That's why
That'd
I'm
be
designing
bad.
it where every universe that you have, which I am doing a multiverse, every universe is like a toon universe, or it's like a fantasy universe, and it's like these endless possibilities
If
is
I don't
what it
get
is.
the
of all
big
these
titty
weird
goth
worlds.
vampire lady in the universe, Fucking
Yeah, I
killing
mean,
you.
it could even be Steamroller Man fucking in there
Steamroller
somewhere.
Man.
I'm giving a shout out to
Literally
that
look
fucking guy.
that up. That is some good shit.
That is great, and I'm gonna tell him I'm giving him a shout out
Hilarious.
in this episode. And it was so fun to read.
That was good. That was really good.
It was so funny. I loved it, man. I had a blast, and he's a good artist. He's really good. Yeah, but shit. But yeah, like rebooting and Marvel has a different word for it. And it's like, it's no fucking different. And Marvel's only done it a few times. And I hate reboots. I hate them. And it just bothers me to no end. So that's how I feel about it. I forgot even what the hill was. I
Yeah.
forgot.
Reboots.
Mm.
Modern reboots of
Just-
old franchises.
The gear.
How do you guys feel about reboots?
It depends on how it's done.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yes.
technically God of War is a
And
reboot.
it depends on what
but
it
it's
is.
not.
Yeah, that's true
So it's
too.
good.
I'm okay if something is real shitty and it deserves a second chance because it has potential.
Like God of War. I just did that to
Oh.
piss Mike off.
That's a continuation, by the way.
I know it is, but
Yeah.
technically it's a reboot of how the game's
Like
played.
Clone High.
Don't get me
Yeah,
started on
the
that. A lot of people are
only
happy.
thing the only thing of rebootish about it is the title, but it's technically a continuation. But I forgot where I was going with this. Oh yeah, I was gonna say if something is good though, don't fuck with it. Just like
Continue it, yes. Don't reboot it, please.
if you want to retell it again in a modern form, don't retell it in the original form that it was told.
Don't woke it.
Like, okay, so like if it starts off as a book, don't restart it, or don't reboot it in the form of a book. Reboot it in the form of a show, and so that way people can choose which one they like more.
I do
That's
stand
what I
by
like.
that a lot.
That's what Disney did with Turner. That's what Disney did with Turner
Tumors?
and Hooch.
Oh, I thought you said tumors. I was like, what? What about tumors? With tumor and hooch.
No, Turner and Hooch. Turner and Hooch. They did that. They did a TV show instead of a movie.
Oh, I got you.
It like came
Or
out
like
of
they
nowhere.
did the Chip and Dale movie instead of the Chip and Dale show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jacob, we have something that grinds our gears together. We have the same one. You want to talk about this?
Yep.
All right, you go on ahead, my man. You introduce
all
this
right,
one.
you bash. All right, you bastard.
You
For number
bastard.
4. All right, for number 4, we for me and Mike. For number 4, we have spam calls.
Yep, I can. Yep. Yep.
I think everyone can
All
relate
right,
to this.
all right. I'm gonna dox myself a bit, even though I'm not doxing myself. I got a random call from Fort Wayne Community Schools. I don't have a child that lives in that city.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why are you calling me for?
So-
It's your lost child.
I knew
I've been
that
getting
cum shot was
spam
a bad
calls
idea.
about someone named. I've been getting spam calls about someone named Mr. Lee about like this healthcare service.
I've been called being mistaken for a Diane, a
And so
Michelle,
what happens
and a Ryan.
is when you get a number, sometimes you'll get a number that had belonged to a previous owner. And mine belonged to a particular woman named Christina.
Michelle
And
Hooker.
so what I get calls about are things involving her problems, like her money problems and shit.
Oh.
And I'll get spam calls from different states.
Oh.
And
Oh.
I love
I got one
when
of
I
those
get
too.
I love when I get a robot call, or like someone trying to scam me, right? And they'll just be like talking to me. And so what I do is I fuck with them back because I know they're there to waste my time, so I'll waste their time. And sometimes I'll do like my Herbert the Pervert impression or something, and they won't even know what I'm doing. And I'm just like, wow, I can't believe they're not picking up on this. They're really stupid. And there was one where I forgot what the fuck it was, but I told her along the lines of, yeah, don't call me again, you stupid fucking bitch. And I just hung up on her. and it happened during break, which everybody just laughed their asses off when I did that. And so I would just sit there and fuck with some of these people. I don't do that anymore because I do fear that someone's hacking behind it sometimes. So I don't do it no more.
I think my favorite one was I got a call from a law firm for a Victoria about past due payments, and I'm like, this ain't her. Goodbye.
I had a phone call from Christina's friend. Christina? And I said, this ain't Christina. Oh, you know where she is? I said, she's not here. This ain't her phone number. What do you mean? I said, it's my way of saying, don't call me again. Bye. And then I get another guy. Hey, Christina. Hey, could you do me a favor real quick? And I'll be like, what do you need me to do? I ain't fuck Christina. And then I get a guy who says, I go, hello. And this guy says, is this Christina? And I'll go, yeah, this is totally Christina. When I was born, my parents wanted to name a boy Christina. and I said, don't fucking call this number again. Bye. just stupid shit like that.
I just love it. It's like, this is for, fuck. Lost my train of thought. Fuck me. This is for Claire. Yes, this is Claire. How may I help you?
Oh, I love doing that where I'm just like, yes. Oh yeah, when I did that, I was like, yes, this is Christina. And then the person was telling me about something insurance related, and I was like, well, all I know is I'm in Florida. And I'm sitting next to a whole freezer full of popsicles. It just got me hot outside. And I went on and on and on about these popsicles. And this person didn't even think that I was fucking with them. They just kept going on about this shit. And then I was like, well, I'm going to tell you this, you stupid fucking bitch. Don't fucking call this number again. You know, just like, oh, yeah. And it's just like, I don't understand how these scam callers don't pick up on that. Like,
a lot of them aren't American. That sounds really racist, but it's true. Like,
I don't.
Like, Habba Bubba is talking to me about my extended car warranty.
I remember watching this one video.
Because it's easy for them to do that.
I watched a policewoman on a scam call. And it was amazing. I don't remember the full details, but it was just fucking incredible. It was so fun to watch. Just her listening to this scammer just bring up all this stuff about her and her money things. And she's like, oh, really? And she's like, yeah, I'm looking at it right here, you know? And it's just so fucking funny, man. Oh my gosh. It was great. It was incredible. So yeah, just all you need to do is look up policewoman on a scam call and you'll find it. And it's incredible. Such a sight to behold.
I mean, there is a real, those are the reasons why I always answer the phone just saying, Albion Sperm Bank, you whack it, we pack it. Because if they can get past that, they're obviously not the right person.
All right, Jacob, what do you have to say about this? I've put my piece on it.
Well, here's the thing. Like, they always call like at random. Like here's the thing, when you're in a shower, when you're playing a game,
the worst
jerking
time.
the gherkin. Like,
what if you say it?
Jerking the gherkin. Excuse me, I'm jerking the gherkin right now. What do you want? My God, I'm gonna say that next time. I'm gonna call.
He's like, hello, Mr. Lee. We like to talk to you about your car extended warranty. And they keep asking for Mr. Lee.
That's my favorite is when they talk about cars extended warranties. Like, I don't know what they're talking about. My car is from 2006. Goodbye.
I got a call from a guy who said, congratulations, you what the fuck was it? He was telling me congratulations and stuff, and And he says, you signed into this and you did this and this. And I said, I did. He says, yes, you did. And I said, no, I fucking did. Goodbye. It's just.
Oh,
so
I
stupid.
fucking did. Good day, sir.
That's what I did that in the stupidest way. I was like, no, I didn't, sir. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Number 5.
Number 5.
Number 15.
Tell me,
This
was my
was
lucky
the
number
number 5.
5? Was my lucky number 5? Oh shit.
Jesus.
Okay. You guys want to move on from this one?
Sure.
Okay. Here's my next one.
Matt,
No, it's Mike. It's Mike. Go ahead.
All right.
I'm still trying to recover from
me and
that.
him both won
We
again.
had recently discussed this. I'm going to try to make these more brief. And I don't know how you guys will feel about this, but gaming relying on the internet too much.
Oh, yep. I know what sparked this one. Me and Mike's Diablo 4 discussion.
Yeah. And well, I've always felt this way though. Like I'm so sick of okay, I'm okay with online multiplayer and stuff. That's cool, and I can understand that some games are just for online, but when you have a game that also has a solo campaign mode and you have to be forced to be on their online servers to run and stuff, and it's just kind of like now, most of the time it's like Dragon Vale. Dragon Vale is a good example. When I used to play Dragon Vale, the only way you could play it was with the internet. You had to be connected to the internet at all times. And I always thought to myself, in a way, I understand why we have to be connected to the internet, but I should have an option to be offline for a bit just so I could do stuff on there. If I want to go online, that'll allow me to update the game. It'll keep up with the seasons of the dragons and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, just gaming. I mean, there should be a part of gaming that's all about online, and then there should still be a part of gaming that's about offline. And I just feel like we're getting into that age now where games are relying too much on it.
See,
But
what makes me irritated about is that Diablo 4 is a very great game. I will admit that.
it is.
But
Yeah, it
it's like,
looks
why
incredible.
do I need to be online all the time? I don't care for the battle pass.
Why do they have servers?
Well, the servers is obviously so people could play
Well,
online.
here's the thing.
But-
Doom Eternal has servers too, I think. And I could still play that offline. I don't know. It's just
I
so
don't
fucked up.
fucking get it.
I don't get it either. And gaming, if you're listening, which I don't know why I'm doing this, but could you please just fucking
Offline
cut
option.
back?
That's all we need. Offline.
I understand we're going towards the future, but maybe you need to keep aspects of the past, because we are only human. And yeah, one of these days we're going to be talking about artificial intelligence.
I mean, we
it's gonna
already
be really
talked about
scary.
AI art. Get me started.
Yeah, we need to just talk about art AI in general, though, and it's going to be scary. But
Right.
I miss old gaming. I miss when it was more simple. And nowadays, it's like hate this.
Here's the good thing, though, Mike. You don't want to play Diablo 4. When Path of Exile 2 comes out, we're ready.
Oh my god, I can't wait. But even then, you still have to be connected to the internet at all times, even if it's not PlayStation Plus. Just the fact that a game has to run online.
Okay. Path of Exile makes more sense though because you have the market. There is a chat system. There's actual reasons why it's always online. Diablo is just fuck it. Why not?
Yeah. It's like I said, there's a part of gaming now that's all about online, and then there should be a part of gaming that's about offline, which there are offline games, but it's it's starting to rely too much on it, and it's starting to really bother me. And
Right.
Yeah, I'm just sick of that. Jacob, what do you think of that? Honestly.
Well, when you're speaking of this, it kind of reminds me of my number 5 one, where you have to pay for online service for video
All
games.
right.
This-
Fuck Microsoft because it's because of them.
Yeah, I have to agree with Jacob on this. Here's what grinds my gears on this is they know you're already paying for internet, which is already a pretty
Right. That's like a $250 bill a month minimum.
Yeah, that's a pretty big expense. You know what I'm saying? And luckily for me, mine is not that expensive, and it does run really good for what it is. It's actually better than Xfinity. I'm really glad.
Dude, Xfinity's fucking trash.
Yeah, it does run good, but I prefer this much more. And I just don't understand and how they can't realize that you're already paying for this online service and you're already buying their game. You're already going to buy DLCs. They're making so much money off of that as it is. Now they got to pickpocket you with PlayStation Plus. And I just think that's fucking bullshit. You know, that's like, see, I didn't know about this stuff until I got Xbox 360. Because I'm like, Dad, what is this thing we're paying for? And he says, this is Xbox Live. And I'm like, what the fuck is this for? And he says, it's how you use online things. And I'm like, but we already have internet. And it confused the fuck out of me. I didn't understand it because we already had internet and I didn't understand why we had to have this. I guess it boosts the ability to use it or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know the details.
All right. But let me explain
really
it to you as I explain it to everyone else. It's just so you can play online. They wanted to put a paywall. That's all Microsoft wanted to do. It's like, oh fuck, PS2 people can do it for free. PS3 can do it for free. Fuck you. You have to pay.
Yeah, it's a paywall. And
it's the greed.
And just hearing that really aggravates me because it's like we're already paying for all this other stuff. Like man, and what baffles me is people do this. And you know, I wanted to do it for 3 months, but then it was like you guys just kept charging me. Fuck you, I'm canceling this. You know, I didn't even know. I was like, what the fuck's going on? I thought 3 months was over. So, oh man, that fucking pissed me off so bad. There was no warning. You know, I was like, the 3 months, I selected the 3 months only. That was it. And it just fucking pissed me off that they were, you know, taking money out of my wallet for no fucking reason. And yeah, so gaming, relying too much online is so aggravating. Having to pay just to play online with others is a fucking joke. Now, here's my question, Matt. Do you have to do that with PC?
Nope.
Yep. PC is superior online gaming, I would say. Just for that reason.
In my honest opinion, no, it's not.
No?
Hackers.
How's come? Oh, yeah.
It's a lot harder to get a hack on a console than it is a PC. PC, pay for a program, you boot it up, good go.
I got you. That's interesting. Man, it's so fucked up, isn't it? It's a lose-lose situation.
Exactly. But I'd rather pay $10 a month to play with my friends instead of paying like the $15 you had to with Xbox Live Gold to play with my friends.
Oh, it's so stupid, isn't it? Oh my God.
$5 is a lot of fucking money. But here's the thing. Now with Xbox Game Pass and the game catalog that Sony has, whatever the fuck Nintendo's doing, it kind of sweetens the deal a bit more because you get access to a large library of games you can just download for free.
Yeah, that's true. But you also have to keep that PlayStation Plus subscription.
Yeah, that's the only problem.
Right? Yeah, and you're still getting fucked over, technically. So
you're not wrong, but you know.
Yeah.
They don't care money.
That's what grinds my gears. And that's what grinds Jacob's gears. So Jacob, do you want to go next?
All right. For number 6, we have unfit dog owners.
I've seen a lot of this too. I've seen so much of this.
Just because I pet my dog with my foot doesn't mean I'm unfit.
No, because I do that too. I mean unfit. I mean unfit as they don't really take care of the dogs,
Right.
and either they let the
And they
dogs
don't.
run away, or they completely let the dog die.
Okay. Here's I'm gonna put a contradictory to that one. Dogs at random could be in the most loving household of all time. They're fed. They got blankets and pillows to sleep on. They get their toesies trimmed at home, and these fuckers
then
will
they
just
wanna-
bolt out the door.
Yeah.
Get the
You know,
get the toesies.
where I used to live, we always had a dog, and for some reason they were like, "Hey, what's that path with all these big, large objects riding through here? I should go on that road."
Yeah. It's like,
And then they get hit.
Yep.
And it's like, and then what really pisses me off is they somehow find a way out. They always do. It doesn't matter if you got fence, you know. They're like
my dogs aren't
fucking
that smart.
Mr. Miracle from DC. If you guys don't know Mr. Miracle, he can break out of any safe, break through anything,
Dude's
break through
Houdini.
any imprisonment in any way. And to me, dogs and cats are like that. They'll just be like,
Except for marriage.
there's a fence here. Take under it. It's like, what?
I heard that, Jacob. Don't worry, I got you.
Jeez. Oh, yeah. I've lost many of animals on the road because of their curiosity and ability to break out of anything somehow. And
Dude, that's
I'll
why
never
that's why I like my dog. My dog's kind of stupid, so she sees the door open and she's like, "Door, bed, couch."
and see, my bulldog was not bad about that. He was too. I mean, he wasn't lazy, but he was like, it's all the way over there.
He's like, "Fuck, I have to go
But
over there."
But if there's a person I don't like, I will go over there because he didn't like the neighbor because the neighbor was like, bulldog. I'll stare at him. And then I'll pick up a rock.
You don't.
I should get along with him that way.
Okay,
It's like,
just
what are you
saying,
doing?
Just saying. Of all things to do to a dog, including a bulldog,
Oops.
you don't stare at them. You don't.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Because they'll
He-
get
he looked-
pissed.
He stared right at him, and then he picked up a rock and was like, "Ooh, come here."
And then he's like,
It's like,
"Oh, okay." Yeah.
I'll fucking kill you. Dude, he literally darted past me, went under the garage door. The neighbor was over, and he jumped clear in the air and almost bit him right in the fucking face.
Good dog.
That's what Hoss
Good
did.
boy.
Yeah. He didn't like the neighbor.
He loved me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he did like you. Yeah. Yeah. It's too bad he's gone. It's a shame. Yeah.
Everything
I
has
miss
its time.
Well, I mean, that was just such a bad way to go though.
Right.
He had longer to live.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
definitely.
He was just rolling around, then his stomach twisted, and that was it. Done. He was done. It's horrible. What a way to go. But
Yeah.
okay, my number 6. You guys can
Is
probably
it 7
relate to
though?
this one. This is my number 6.
Wait.
People. So, you know what grinds my gears? People who are selfish and self-centered.
Man, it's almost as if
So-
our editor isn't selfish and self-centered.
I'm talking about people who are so selfish and self-centered. It's all about them, and it's all about their wants and their needs only. No one else's at all.
You know, Mike, I really could
Yeah.
use a new monitor and some speakers. Wink, wink.
My
Yeah,
half
that's-
sister is the most selfish and self-centered person I know, and she is the very reason I hate these kind of people. And okay, everybody has their own kind of selfishness to a degree, right? And life should be about you. You know what I mean? But man, when you do it in such a way that affects everyone else around you, and you get with like a spouse or something and you just ruin their lives for your own selfish needs, it's just so fucking shitty. And I hate these kind of fucking people. It just just bothers me. So what do you guys think of that? Because I've grown up with this,
Yeah.
and I hate these kind of fucking people. I've seen them, and I just want to fucking rip their throat out. I've seen too many people ruined by these kind of people. It's just horrible. So, any of you guys have any?
When you said rip the throat out,
You're thinking Mortal Kombat.
when you said rip the when you said, no, I'm not thinking of Mortal. I'm not thinking of Mortal Kombat. I'm thinking of bench warmers. So they ding dong this old guy's house. Then the guy's like, "Nobody messes with me. I will rip your throat out,
That seems so
and I
much-
will find you." Then the guy farts. The guy farts, and he's like, "You're in the bushes." Then he freaking jumps on top of the grate, fucking cross bodies him, and starts beating the shit out of him.
Oh my god.
But what really got me is like, I'll rip your throat out.
My god. Oh my god.
I'm sorry. It
so
just made me
Jesus.
think of that.
It's like, okay,
I'll rip your throat out.
here's an example, and I won't throw out any names, even though I kind of have. This female decided to cheat on her husband to end up with another man, and then only for that other man to end up with cancer. Okay. And so instead of, doing the right thing and being with him and being there for him and comforting him the best that she can, despite his negative outlook on things, which is understandable. I mean, you're dying, you're going to die. She decides to complain because she's not satisfied with the sex because he can't satisfy her and stuff because he's sick, and it just sucks for her. And it's that kind of fucking shit. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of shit pisses me off to no fucking end. That would be like if one of you guys were sick and I was like, well, what about me?
Hey, Mike,
Like,
I'm sick right now.
I
What
mean-
about me?
yeah, what about me though? You're sick, but what about me? What
I
about
will rip your throat out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Have you guys ever ran into a
I'll
person
rip your
like this?
throat out.
Yes, I used to be
Because-
married to said person.
Yeah, I didn't want to say nothing.
I'll say it.
Go ahead.
I already did. Fuck. I couldn't.
Yeah.
If I was sick, I couldn't laze around to do anything. It's like, fuck you. You gotta do
Say
laundry.
it
You gotta
again.
do dishes. Gotta make din. I'm like, bitch, I'm dying in bed here. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Didn't?
Jacob, do you know anybody like this? Have you ever ran into this? Or I want to know.
I was actually one of them, and I'm glad I'm not one of those people anymore.
He had to jerk his jerkin and he
I
felt
used to
better.
feel-
Interesting.
Like I felt like that during my stepdad's my
Your
stepdad's
pregnancy?
No. My,
I'm sorry, dude.
no.
Oh, Dad, you're pregnant. But what about me? What about my life?
No. Now this was back when I was I was like in I was like in junior high. I didn't know better.
Mhm.
And like he was sick, and also and because of his tumors, it made him an irritable bitch, kind of. He was a bastard. He became an asshole, and I didn't like that, and that really impacted my mental health. But then
Yep.
again, it was around the time where it was about the time he was going to die. I was like, how are we going to like survive though? And that really, that I was like upset. I didn't know what to feel at that time because I never like experienced something like this really impactful. And I became, irritable, and I became kind of selfish. I'm glad that I got through that, and I'm no longer acting like that, because when I looked back, I was like, I was actually kind of an ass, and I was a
Yeah.
dick. And I'm glad I'm not that anymore. And and I'm glad that I got through it. And if I ever see someone like that, I was like, it's gonna get worse. So don't.
Yep.
Don't be like this for long,
Yeah.
right?
You know,
Because I was like that for a long time.
there was a time where I was jealous of someone because we had met at the same number of subscribers. I saw him and all my friends rise with drastic numbers. I was with them the whole way in the same videos, and no one wanted to support me, subscribe, nothing. And so I felt like I wasn't on their league, and it made me really jealous. And I learned to move past that, of course. And so I've been in a situation where I felt selfish as well, you know. So I can relate to that to a degree, but I've never been in the same situation that you've been in. But I've seen people in the same situation who are way worse, and it just made me sick to my stomach. And I'll never understand what made her think like that. It just makes me so fucking angry. So, well, he's not satisfying
Was
you
your
with
stepdad pregnant too?
Yeah, my stepdad. Yeah, Bill was totally pregnant. You know, there was a few times he was trying to fuck with me, telling me and that my mom was pregnant, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. So, oh shit, Matt. Or actually, no, you already said your part. Jacob, on to your number 7.
Number 7, fast food employees who don't listen. That is one of my gears. That you should not grind.
AKA
Unless
me
you
when I work for
want to
Burger
grind.
King. Fuck you and your order.
That's not you should grind. You know what grind?
Now, when I say that
is?
fast food, now here's the thing: when I say fast food employees who don't listen, I mean they don't put sauce in my bag.
Yeah.
And also they get my order wrong. They have a snippy attitude, and also they just don't really give a shit about your order, and they just wanted to be there to waste your fucking time.
I hate to break this to you, but most places you will work or go to, most people don't care about their job, and that's why everything is so shitty. I've experienced this at my work. Like, the reason our trailers suck is because no one fucking cares. And sadly, it's like that everywhere you go, and it just fucking sucks. And it sucks for me because I was taught a really hard lesson about caring about your job because I got in big fucking trouble. I had to redo a whole fucking block job all because something was a little off and I didn't care.
Wow.
Oh my God. I got punished. Yeah, that was my punishment. And I learned really hard. And ever since I cared about my job, and then I see everyone else around me not caring and they don't get punished for it. And it makes me feel like shit. And it just pisses me off to no end. So, and everybody wonders why I get so fucking pissy with them. Yep. I'll never forget what Dad said. He says, I'm going to tell you something. When you're working anywhere with me or anywhere, you give a shit about your fucking job or you ain't going to be able to keep one. And that just stuck with me. And that's why these fast food employees ran by fucking teenagers and fucking women in their 30s and 40s who are still teenagers run the place and everything's shit. Nothing works right. They get your orders wrong and there's drama in the back. Oh my God. Just shit. I feel you, Jacob. I feel you, buddy.
Yep.
I feel you. We need this episode.
Hey, Matt.
Matt.
Your previous fast food employee has arrived.
Hey Matt, can you give me some chicken nuggets and make sure to put like 10 sauces in there?
No, because Burger King chicken fries are a lot better than chicken nuggets.
That's what I ordered. Don't tamper with my order.
But chicken fries.
Oh man, I would get so pissed if I went up. I would be so pissed if I went up to someone and I was like, well, let's see, we got chicken fries and chicken nuggets. I would rather have the chicken nuggets.
Right, just fill the entire bag with chicken nuggets.
Oh dude, it's like that Do you guys remember on the Would You Rather episode when I was talking about the I can't remember what it was, but it was something along the lines of you're in line, someone gets the same game as you. They're totally cool with it. You go up, get the same game, and then the guy's like, "Really? You're getting this fucking game?" It was something along those lines. Wouldn't it be so fucked up if you went up to the counter and you're like, between the fries and the nuggets, I'll take the nuggets, and then the person's like, "Really? You're gonna take the nuggets over the chicken fries?" And you're like, "Yeah, because that's what I want." And they're like, "No, you're getting the fucking chicken fries." And you're like, "No, that's not what I fucking want."
Matt.
Listen here, motherfucker. I worked at Burger King for a single day. I can choose where the fuck I want as your order.
A single day.
All right. I can actually tell this story now and not feel bad about it. So I worked at Burger King for a single shift.
Yeah.
For the single fact that they're like, "Oh, we'll let you know when you're on the schedule." I walk in there a couple days later because they haven't put me on schedule. I'm like, "Hey, what the fuck's my schedule?" Like, "All right, we got you scheduled for Thursday and Friday next week." They call me that Saturday, like, "Hey, you come in?" I'm like, "I'm not fucking scheduled. Fuck you." Click.
Oh my God, guys. Matt, I had this. So I worked at KFC for a whole week. I think I told you this story. And
Yeah.
and I had said that I was going to be at a family reunion on a Sunday, and I wouldn't be available Sunday, but I told them that I would call in to check with them. And they said, "Okay." Well, the management was so fucked up anyway. I'd called in and I'd say, "Hey, you guys need anything?" "Nope." "Okay."
Bye.
Just let me know. Sunday comes. They're aware of what's going on. Apparently there was a missed call. I didn't see it. I didn't hear the fuck phone ring. I finally get a call later. The boss is on the other end. "You never fucking called in, and I called you 5 fucking times this morning," or something like that. "You better get here or you are fired." So I looked at mom and dad and they just nodded their head. They knew. And I reamed his fucking ass. And I said, "You listen here, motherfucker." And he says, "You can't talk to me like that." And I said, "Yeah, I can because I quit." And I said, "You listen here." I said, "I told you that today I could not be available. And you had the fucking audacity to call and threaten me and threatening to fire me." I said, "Fuck you guys." I said, "I'm going back to construction where it's honest and not fucked up. So fuck you guys." And I quit. Fuck pissed me off.
See, like,
So I worked there for only a week.
part of the
And
reason
I did good at that job.
Dude,
That sucked.
fast food's not really that hard of a job until you hit lunch rush and deal with shitty management. But really
Yeah.
across the line, besides the whole schedule thing that made me quit, is that they gave me a shirt for my uniform and it had a baked in grease stain on it. I'm like, "You couldn't fucking wash this before you gave it to me?"
It's so fucked up, Matt.
That's gross as fuck.
Yeah, you and I kind of had a similar thing going on. And it just made me
Here's the
think of
funnier
that.
thing. It took them like a year and a half to pay me for that day.
Yep.
It's like, really?
Oh my God, man. Oh my God. Okay. So
Jacob, you want them chicken fries
so-
now, motherfucker?
So are we done with this one? I think we've all given our piece of sorts.
Yeah. I stole
Okay.
all my nuggets.
You know what? You know what grinds my gears?
Chicken nuggets.
When people delve into debates with no knowledge of the subject surrounding the debate. Versus Battles is a prime example of this.
Hence
love
why we
this.
are the best versus channel that doesn't exist.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many times I can count where I've delved into a battle on 2 characters that I have a pretty good idea on. And then or I have an idea of one character a lot, and then I've gotten a really good idea of the other character because I did research. And then some guy comes in not knowing anything about the character that I know about. And yeah, he has a lot of knowledge on the other character. And he's like, "Well, this guy clearly wins. It's so obvious. I mean, this guy can do this, this, and this. And I don't know nothing about this guy, but I just can't imagine that he could stand up to that."
Shall we talk about Assassin's Creed versus Prince of Persia for a minute?
Oh my God. Oh. Shall we talk about Batman versus Galactus? Because I'll never forget
Can we
that
talk
video.
about
which
Batman
doesn't
versus
exist anymore.
Spider-Man for a minute?
Superman versus Daredevil.
Oh my God, dude.
There's so many.
Oh,
Granted, I'm not as big in the versus community as I used to be in high school, but I've seen some shit.
yeah.
I mean, literal shit.
Joker
It's
versus Loki.
But even if it's not just verses, like you'll see debates of people who just know nothing and they'll just step right in like they know everything.
I know about
And
this one.
it's utterly hilarious.
I know a good
when it
example.
happens. Go ahead. Go
There's a comedy movie coming out right now. I forgot the fucking name of it is, but it's out a kid that's about to enter college. And his parents hired a older woman to bust him out of his shell and get him laid. And apparently it's causing a whole fucking
For Lawrence.
yeah. Jacob knows what I'm talking. It's causing a whole kerfuckle in the community and everything. I'm like, it's a fucking movie.
No
It's all
hard
it is.
feelings.
Yeah, no hard feelings. Like, it's a movie. If it was based on a true story, then okay, true. But it's just a fucking comedy.
Oh my God.
Grow the fuck
And plus,
up.
the kid's of age. In
Yeah,
real
he's
life.
of age. He's of age both in the movie and real life. Why does it fucking matter? It's not
Oh my God.
predatory. It's Jesus Christ.
Guys, I really think we needed
Get over
this
it, you
episode
fucks.
because we're blowing off steam and it feels so good. It really does.
It's the fact. It's the fact that someone we went to high school with is like it's predatory, and I'm like, how is it predatory? He
Oh my
technically
God.
consented to it. He consented to it.
He's a grown-ass
That's
man.
legal.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Happy
Oh
it
my
wasn't in
God.
Japan. He should have been raped in 10 minutes into the film.
Jacob, do you have any example of this?
24.
24. Okay, that's a no.
You want what's funnier than 24?
25.
20,
25.
27.
Are you gonna be like SpongeBob? And be like 27.
Yeah, I literally just did.
Okay,
Fuck, that was a good
Okay,
episode,
Jacob.
though.
25.
Jacob, what's your next one?
It was. All right. Now this it is people using the race/gender card.
Ooh, I know a good example for this one, too.
Mm,
Go ahead.
We had this I'm just going to say African man named Alex that used to work third shift in our building. Dude straight up smelled like weed when he walked in through the door. And anytime you confronted him about every he's not Jamaican, he just smells like weed.
No, I just wanted to be a fucking.
But no, every time you confront him about anything, bad parts, having his first part article done.
it's because I'm black.
Yeah, it's because I'm black, ain't it? It's like, no, dipshit, it's because you're an employee.
Matt, we had a guy at work who was black, and it was the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
And when he was fired, he wasn't escorted out. He walked outside. My mom was in the guard shack, and she told him, like, you need to get going. And so finally they had to come out. All these bosses did. And you want to know what the first thing he fucking did was? She called me up. The N-word. Yeah, she did
Bruh.
this and that, and she said this.
I dead
and,
ass.
and she's like, no, I did not.
All right. I'm going to be the one that says this right now. He tried to, that Alex guy tried to pull that with me. I looked right at him. I'm like, you listen here, you little shit. I wanted to call you that. I ain't going to call you the official term. I'm not going to call you the racial term. I'm going to call you the little diglet that you are.
Yeah, it's, and I'm not being racist or not because I really don't care, but it's like, can we just move on? And here's what I don't get to. Man, we're getting controversial.
Oh, I'm going to.
How can you listen to music and where you're cool with that word, but when someone else says it, it's a
problem.
It's a problem.
No. What I don't get is how we took this
I don't get
incredibly
it.
racist word and then they chopped off 2 letters and added one and they use it for their homies and shit.
I don't understand it. I don't know. I don't know if it's code.
So, Mike, I'm going to start calling you a cracker, okay?
It's
all
a
good.
code.
Okay, Cracker. Yeah, that's cool.
Like, that's the thing that's always bothered me. It's like you took this really
You wanna know-
racist word
you know
and you
what?
turned it to a
It-
friendly term among your people.
Do you want to know what I'm going to do if that ever happens to me? I'll be like, you want to know what he said about me? You wouldn't believe this. He called me a cracker. And you wouldn't believe the things that he said about me. I am so offended. It was everything
like,
involving me being white.
It's so it's so stupid. It's like they get so offended by the word when anyone else says it, but they can
Yeah.
say it either
I don't
version of
get
the
it.
word perfectly fine. It's like, dude, that's like
I don't-
racist of its own. Whether it's
I don't
towards your
get
people or not, it's still a racist term.
I don't get it. And it's, again, it's so like,
It's controversial,
Democratic-
but it's true.
it's so true.
Now Quentin's
don't
going to
get it.
beat our asses.
No, I love Quentin, man.
No, he's going to beat
I
our
love Quentin.
asses. We ain't beating his ass.
Yeah.
He's going to beat our ass.
I love Quentin, man.
He's a great man.
Well, I think he would understand.
Yeah, I mean, it, and I've met really good black people.
So have I.
I have.
Like
Yeah,
the guy I
there's
usually
just some
follow,
of
follow
them-
at work, Carl,
Me too.
sweetest old black man I know. I shouldn't be eating during the podcast. That almost ended bad.
Oh, there's this podcast I listen to that has these two black guys, and they talk about this exact kind of thing, and they're baffled by it too. You know, and they're hilarious, by the way. I love listening to them, but yeah, it is baffling and sad that people just can't cooperate, and you know, and everybody's got to blame and lie, and just it's just so weird, man. I don't know. I don't get it, man. So, Jacob, is there anything you want to say about your about that thing that grinds your gears?
Yeah. I just feel like people are just getting away with that
Yep, making excuses.
because, people are like making excuses for it. And
Yep.
a lot of women have been doing that lately.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
Amber Heard.
we don't-
Amber Heard is a prime example for this.
no, I think what really hurts me the most about the
Yeah.
whole gender thing is that women are entitled to this. It's like, no, we want equal rights. And I always say this when women are like, I want equal rights. So what you're saying is, if you punch me in the face, you want to deal like 2 to 4 years in prison because you assaulted
Yeah.
me? It's like, you sure you want equal rights, ma'am?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't understand how bad equal rights truly is.
Yeah.
Because if
Yeah,
I punch you in the
man.
face, I'm going to prison for 5 fucking years. You punch
You
me
know
in the
what
face, you get
cracks
like a
me
few
up?
months.
What cracks me up is women don't even know just how limited men are and how much rights they actually have.
Right.
It cracks me
Like,
up. It really does.
A woman can get up to 6 months of maternal leave paid. A man gets 10 days.
10 days.
I think it's 10 days, like 5 to 10 days. It's a really short period of time. It's like,
It's sad.
but you want equal pay? Like, depending on where you work, you will get equal pay. It just depends on where you work. You work fast food, like, yeah, they're not going to pay you shit. You work in a factory, they're going to pay you the same as that fucking dumbass over there standing in the corner smoking meth.
Yeah. Well, you guys want to hear about the next thing that just fucking grinds my gears?
Mike, is it your transmission? If so, you're shifting
Well,
too
of
early.
course.
No, thieving. I hate fucking thieves.
Mike,
That's what grinds my gears.
I stole food from your house like 2 hours ago. How do you not notice?
I hate thieves. I don't understand how these people who don't work and will work harder to thieve someone or to hack someone and then go to work
Oh,
and get their own money and get their own shit. I just don't get it.
Speaking of hacking, remember how I mentioned that Tesla thing, the how I subscribed to Tesla somehow?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. That's a YouTube hack.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, why would you do something so fucking stupid?
Yeah.
It's like, of all the things you can hack, it could be their revenue, It could be deleting their content, but no, I'm going to change it to Tesla. Why not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I just don't understand how these people can make a career out of thieving and just taking everybody's hard-earned stuff. And I want to catch someone really. I might get in trouble for saying this. I want to catch someone really bad and hurt them because I want to beat the sense into them. Like, you know, you work so hard to break into my house, just take my hard-earned stuff when you could work just as hard, if not nearly as hard, and get your own fucking shit.
Well, it goes to the psychology of like serial killers and shit. A lot of thieves aren't just thieves because, fuck, it's because they're going through some real deep traumatic shit, and they're like, this fills the void. Why not?
I'll just never understand it. I guess I would love to catch one. I really I would love to catch someone really bad, but
make glitter bombs. No,
I would too. I would love to do it.
No, there's people that make glitter bombs for people that steal the Amazon packages. Why make a glitter bomb? We need to make a sparkler bomb. They'll learn the lesson real fucking quick. Because if that detonates, it moves his fingers.
Jacob, what do you think of this? What do you think of thieving?
I think, thieving is very wrong, of course, but still, why would you like to ruin your life for one mistake? Like, some people who thieve, they get a rude awakening real fast.
Absolutely. And then there are a lot of them
they get the shit kicked out of them.
You know what? The Country Kitchen, Matt, they got thieved, found the guy, got him on footage, and nothing happened. He didn't get punished or nothing. Isn't that fucking unreal? Just stupid. Unfucking
To be fair,
real.
though, I will give my county shit. The officers aren't that fucking bright in the county.
Oh my God, dude. Like,
I mean, those are the same officers that when I was threatened with a firearm, they would not allow me to prosecute.
Unbelievable.
It's like, this dude threatened my life and you're going to let him just live around the corner and down the road from me? You're fucking serious?
Yep.
Oh, don't worry. Apparently I kicked in his taillight too.
God.
Like, dude, a little bit of knowledge on plastic lenses on cars aren't easy to break, motherfuckers. Shit's dense, just like me.
Yeah. All right. I have one more thing that just grinds my gears. I know I put more on my list, but I don't want to run this too long. When you make any kind of content video or anything, and let's say you get like 100 views or 1,000 views or something, and no one even cares to respond in any way at all.
Right.
That's what I'm going to end my gears on.
Say, because me and Mike have been experiencing a drought in views as of the past, 2 weeks, roughly?
And just responses in general, just people just not want to be active or social.
It's like, dude, just say the video was good and improve this way. Just don't be a shitlord and say that everything you did in the video is wrong.
And it's okay if they don't say anything, but there's not even like ratings. There's not even like, I can't take this brief moment to put a like or dislike.
All right.
It's unreal. I don't know.
I'll say this right now. Mike is the best man at liking and disliking. Every video of mine he watches, he likes.
Yeah.
They're not good videos, but he does it anyways.
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard. I mean, come on. I don't know. I think I've really, I talked about this with Jacob, but I always told you guys, like, it doesn't matter. We're not following the YouTube algorithm or anything. And I still kind of feel like that. But on the other hand, it took me 2 years to make this video. And I put so much love into it. And there was something that happened to me where my heart kind of sank. just like Chris having to donate just to get views made my heart sink a little bit, because it's like, it's kind of sad if someone has to, donate money just so it can get views.
Right.
And then it's like, it's not even worth it, because the majority of those people didn't even want to say anything anyway, because they either didn't like it or they didn't want to say they didn't like it or whatever. And, the ratings and the responses are lower than the views. And that to me is just really sad. And it just made me feel like, you know what? My friends told me I did a good job, and I love that. I appreciate it. But in a way, when you have that many people look at a project you worked so hard on, and it's just like fucking crickets, it makes you feel like you just didn't do a good fucking job. And it really made me feel like shit. And
I will.
It just made me lose a lot of passion.
A little peek into Mike's world of what he's talking about. There's videos on his channel, 15,000, 30,000 views. This video that was 2 years in the making, hyped up, thousands of people waiting for it. 1,100 views of this day, and it's been uploaded for almost a year.
Yeah. And there are videos that, and Mark even talked about this, Markiplier. He talked about how his most viewed video, he hates those videos. And the stuff that he worked hard on, like In Space with Markiplier, didn't get nearly as much recognition. And that bothers him. And I feel the same way with this, because the ones that have the most views, I feel are my shittiest videos. And that bothers me, because that makes me feel like that's how people look at my channel. And it bothers me, because I'm like, I want you guys to realize that this is what it's like now. This is how much I've tried to improve. And it just makes me feel like shit. It makes me feel like I can't do good enough.
It's not even the point of that, is that people don't realize it's not just Mike anymore with this episode. It's a small team of four or five.
Yeah, and that's really stressful.
Like, a lot of people don't realize, like,
even worse.
I don't remember when I actually stepped in and started being his QA. I was quality control for the longest time.
Yeah, it is very heartbreaking, and it makes you feel like you failed the team,
right?
And it makes you feel like you failed your collab partner, and it bothers. It's been bothering me a lot, and I've grown to not care anymore, and that bothers me. Like, I don't care about about the channel anymore, and everything's just dead stop. Everything feels like it's doesn't exist on there or something. It's just really weird. It's the lowest my channel's ever been, I feel, and that just really sucks.
It doesn't help that I think since YouTube is under new management, they're fucking cracking down harder on stupid shit. Because, as I said earlier, me and Mike, I usually give out 10 views a week. I'm not the biggest fucking channel in the world, but starting May 28th to June 1st, no fucking views at all. Then from June 6th to today, 3.
Oh, and so I don't know what had occurred with Chris's thing, which I'm not accusing Chris of anything at all. Chris is amazing, and I really appreciate what he did. But something happened. The Ridley and Vilgax video was getting views, and now it out of nowhere went to a halt.
Right.
It's like, yeah. And it's just YouTube being shitty. And
I don't want to hear comments. It's the algorithm. It's this. It's that. No, it's just that YouTube has a very bad problem with pushing all the higher tier creators and not pushing the lower ones.
Yeah. And they are pushing the higher ones. Absolutely, they are, because that's where their money comes from.
Right.
So, yeah. And again, I always said it wasn't about the popularity or nothing. And I really did mean that. I wasn't like denying or anything. I wasn't trying to like lie to myself. It's just,
I think I can say it's the best. I even say this in my update video that's coming out at the end of the month. the views, the comments, shit like that is not for popularity. It's motivation to work harder for the next part.
It broke my heart is what it did. It made me feel like the 2 years wasn't worth it.
Right.
You know, and I felt like I failed everyone, and it made me feel like shit. So because I look at people who make videos that have no effort put into them, and then I look at mine, and Markiplier made a good point about this. He was like, you know, I hardly put any effort into this video, which is his meow video.
Oh my god, fucking
Okay,
love that video though.
He loves it, but he hates it now because he worked on projects like In Space with Markiplier, okay, and it doesn't get nearly as much recognition, and it bothers him, you know, because he would rather that the stuff that he poured his heart and soul into get the kind of recognition.
I think the big difference between that and that, one video and another is that those are also two completely different generation of Markiplier viewers.
Absolutely.
Meow was back when no matter what the hell he uploaded, people were fucking on that shit, on the dot, on upload.
Yeah.
And now that those people are now us, adults, we're working, we're fixing cars, getting girlfriends, getting married. We don't have time to watch every fucking thing that comes out if it doesn't pique our interest.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's how I'm feeling right now about YouTube, and that's how I kind of want to end with. That's what grinds my gears on my end.
Damn it.
So
we went from over serious to Mike fucking trying to kill me mid-episode.
So, Jacob, is there anything you want to say about this?
No, I think I'm good, bud.
Okay. Oh, it was
very dramatic sitting up.
I think I'm okay.
I guess I got to pop my back.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, my back.
Oh boy.
Only thing we just hear is a loud pop, a bang, and it's just, Jacob, you okay?
Oh, my back.
I love that. I love that clip so much. Oh, my back. Oh my God. I love that scene. You know what? My friend Todd at work, he didn't know what I was talking about. And I said, "You never seen the movie, have you?" He says, "What's that?" And I said, "The Incredibles." And I showed him the clip and I was like, "It's that scene." Oh, my back. I love that fucking shit. It's so funny.
Oh, my back.
Well, Jacob, I have no more things that grind my gears. Do you want to end this off, or do you have a few more?
All right, I have a few left, but might as well just finish off with one more.
Okay.
We'll come back at a later date to finish this
Now.
shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you bastards. Final. You know what really grinds my gears? People who are rude in the comments for no reason.
Oh, so
The
me.
trolls, the people who are assholes. Yes.
I'm very, very
Yep.
lucky to not deal with that kind of shit because no one comments on my content.
You know,
Sometimes I'm lucky enough to get comments, and
And there's
one
Mike.
time I was being generous, and I want.
Go ahead.
Okay. One time I was being generous and I wanted to promote you guys. I wanted to promote you, Matt, Chris, and the podcast in general.
and the train.
I
in the
put all
background.
that, put the photos of you. Yeah, sorry about that. I live in a
You're
town
okay. I was
with
joking
trains.
with you. And the train. I wanted to promote it.
Don't worry, train.
Yeah, you'll get your promo
Don't
money
worry,
too,
train.
bud.
I got you.
There's a channel all about trains.
We're all about trains and only
I like
trains.
Dinosaur train.
Trains?
Oh,
Oh no.
I like trains.
trains.
So I posted that. I posted the photos of of your guys' profile pictures and the links on the post. Like basically, like not even like 2 minutes later, a guy commented. He was like, "No!" Just that, 1 N, 10 O's, nothing else, no context. And I was like, "What the fuck?" I deleted the fucking comment and blocked the guy because don't be fucking dickhead. I'm giving you an option if you want to go check them out. You know, that's your choice. You don't have to,
and
like,
it's not.
be a fucking asshole.
Yeah, and it's not like you have a gun to his head and you're like, you have to do this. And he's like, no.
You will subscribe. You will love my friends.
I'll tie you to a chair with masking tape.
Masking tape?
I want you to go out and buy eggs for Bart.
Masking tape. You can rip through that shit so easy.
I need you to go out and buy eggs for Bart.
So and then subscribe to these channels.
Only eggs.
Mike. Let me tell you of this wonderful tape that I found that sucks to tear and is very sticky. It's called Tessa tape. No,
Oh god.
Tessa tape.
Oh.
It's the cloth
Tessa.
tape they use for automotive wiring. And it is some of the worst. It's the good tape for wiring, but it's one of the worst fucking tapes in the world to use for anything else. Because it's literally made out of cloth. So it sucks to tear.
I have this wound in my stomach. Okay. I've got the worst tape around.
I got the
It's made
Tessa
of
tape.
cloth. But it'll dry and glue to my stomach. That's all
Tesla
I
tank?
fucking got.
Tessa, not Tesla. If it was Tesla tape, it would be
You know
white
what?
and shit.
If you were to use that Tessa tape on your person, if you had a big gaping wound, it would literally just glue to you. And so getting it off would
I
be
don't
even
I
more
don't know
dangerous.
if, I don't know if that here's the thing, like Tessa tape is good at sticking to wire to plastic in itself.
Yeah.
We're not made of
I'm just
plastic,
saying,
are we?
like, I'm just saying, like, the blood would like soak through and then it would act as a glue.
My
and then it
blood
would be
already
really hard
is a
to get
glue
off,
when
I
it
think.
dries. Didn't you know that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is that if you get the cloth on you, I think it would be worse.
No, yeah, because then you have to rip all that off.
That's what I was saying.
Like, how do you think
Man.
my shelf is up on my wall? It's blood. It's not screws.
Oh, that's how I do my drywall work.
Oh, I fucking knew it. You put it in the fucking mud, didn't you?
Yeah, man. I cut my wrist and I put it in the drywall bucket.
Mike, too far.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
It's okay. It's okay. My blood regenerates. It'll come back.
Yes, Mike, because the body creates gallons of blood daily.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, since we're speaking
10
of
gallons of semen.
blood, Mike, I'm gonna poke your brain here for a second.
Is that why I'm weak? Because there's too much semen coming out of me? I'm losing blood.
No, Mike, if all the alien movies are on spaceships, right? If you
Why not on a pirate ship?
no,
I don't
listen, no,
understand that.
this is the point I'm about to make because it makes a lot of sense. If their blood is acidic and it eats through like almost all material known to man, why does one alien die and not everyone on the ship dies like 20 minutes later when it goes all the way through the ship's hull?
I'll never understand that either. I think it's a simple plot hole device of saying,
Obviously, you have to be a fan of Aliens, like Alien 3. Did you know that originally the queen alien at the end was also supposed to have a dick?
That would have made it scarier. I agree.
Get
And well, their heads are already big giant dicks. So.
No, I want to
Makes
see if I
sense.
can find the figure since.
You know what? I just wonder what was going through H.R. Geiger's mind when he created the xenomorph. Was he like, what would be scary? A penis. If I made its head look like a penis.
All right, so it's Alien Resurrect.
Yes,
Is it Alien
yes.
Resurrect?
And then what do I do with the mouth? Oh, I make its secondary mouth look like a penis too. Yes, I'm figuring this out.
I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could find it, but it don't look right. It was
Well, the whole point of Alien is to be sexual in nature. It's supposed to be scary like that.
no.
That's why it's supposed to make people
Mike, that
uncomfortable.
alien was specifically supposed to have a vagina and a dick. Oh,
that's okay. It's a transgender alien, just like
Has
the
a
Ravager.
sausage and a fish taco.
Just like the Ravager.
did you say genderfish tacos, Jacob? What the fuck are you talking about?
Now I want a taco. I do want a taco now.
I'm down.
No, a fish taco.
You said
I
genderfish
want-
taco.
I want a breakfast chicken taco. That's what I want.
You know what I want? I want a predalien.
Ooh.
Why would you want a pred alien as a pet? That would be
I want
so
a newborn.
dangerous.
That's the
I
point,
mean-
Mike.
I mean, think about it. It would literally latch to your face and rape your face just to impregnate you. And then you're spewing out these
impregnate.
little aliens, you know. Ugh, it's
Sounds like
horrible.
a better time than any time I have with my ex.
This time I'm pregnant.
This
Oh.
time I want cravings.
This time I am.
What do you think why I bought the bag
You
of
have
high
to
juice
pay-
for, Jacob? I got cravings. I'm preggers.
These and jokes on you. You're
I want my
handling the
gushers.
kids because I'm gonna die.
No, you need high chews in your life, my sir.
And you can't just poop
No, I
out
want
the aliens; they're just going to burst out of
gushers.
your chest anyway. So, well, actually, in the Requiem movie, they burst out of the stomach, which is especially like the pregnant women, which was all fucked up too.
Alien is
Shit.
fucked up in general. Wayland Yutani has a
Absolutely.
fucking
They eat
problem.
the fetus.
Even in the worst movies, Alien is fucked up.
A good franchise, though. One of these days we'll get around to it.
Oh, I still need to watch Aliens.
Right now, Mike.
Watch my favorite. No, it's getting late. I can't do it.
Alrighty.
All right.
Well, time to wrap up, guys.
I think so.
Yes, sir. I believe so. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Jacob and Matt. And we'll see you next time. Stay tuned because we might be talking about something because we are, after all, about everything. See you guys soon.
See ya.
Yee.
That was the worst outro ever.